Burn them up, bitch. Yeah, for real. Yeah. Been on the clock, man. No clock out rule. Yeah. Whew. What's good, what the law say? Friends are swinging in the broad day. Stay online with y'all always. Line busy, no call away. Good hands, we in all state. One get it and we all straight. Pure love don't involve hate. Yeah. Please excuse myself apart. 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 Intertwined with the spirit, denying flesh in the lyrics. The world wanna dig it up. All I wanna do is kill it. Expensive tape, eat manna. For bad vibes, got a jammer. Devil never getting through. Call me saint like the Lou. Or the blue for the light. All I'm doing is the numbers. If you love them, tell them twice. Trying to wake them out their slumber. Beast searching for the weed. Wolves craving for a sheep. Got to jump on the dogs. Got it all from the laws. Burn it up with the script. Or pick them up like a lil. Fire smooth out the reels. They think you who is a milk. People so full of jokes. Lost your line on a hoax. Dirty living took some dick. Couldn't clean it with no soap. Keep it honest with yourself. Truth good for your health. Seeing brought separation. It's either death for a belt. Play the cards how they dealt. Why you crying but some moves? You still alive, it can change. With you who will never lose. What's good, what the law say? Friends are swinging in the broad day. Stay online with y'all always. Line busy, no call away. Good hands, we in all state. One get it and we all straight. Pure love don't involve hate. Yeah. Please excuse myself apart. 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 People say all the time, oh, y'all Shahad is the only man that did it. Okay, so now you said it was a man who did it. Interesting. I'm a man too. I'm a man too. But he said, if you owe me, you will walk as I did. He gave us the blueprint right there. So when you read his story, you're supposed to be embodying it. But the rehearsal period right now. So you're practicing it till you get perfect. But if you ain't got no time to practice it, you can't get perfect. Yeah. For real. Keep going. Burn them up, miss. Brothers. It's your favorite eye. Oh, I got this tour to prove. I go where y'all tell me to move. I used to fall for the stumble blocks. You can learn much from a bruise. The world I so gladly refused. I only depend on your hook. That is the faith of a mighty one. I told a mountain to move. I told a mountain to move. I told a mountain to move. That is the faith of a mighty one. I told a mountain to move. I told a mountain to move. I told a mountain to move. That is the faith of a mighty one. I told a mountain to move. C13 in the stew pot. No focus on the donor, what I do got. I'm a man that work, got the tool out. Can't pay what you weigh, gotta move out. They on house rules, baby, should've learned that. Lost flesh, but my soul never burnt that. Show bread, regulars never touch that. When I pray, I kneel down like a touchback. Got signed with your hood, it's the big league. Toy got the cup fresh like some mint leaves. Even if you break it down, can't mix these. They ain't serving real meat, them chickpeas. I'm a chariot rider, not a 10-speed. They ain't do it to the end, that's a good deed. If you hating on your hood, you a real dude. Those dugging them curses ain't the real scene. If you ain't to the standard, don't trust you. Keep shunning them snakes, it's a must do. One way on, he ain't let my neck move. Glad living water, I ain't with the cesspool. Sitting high on the devil like a bar stool. Only equal to my heart, that's some good math. Great mountain from the top, call it star food. If they talking made up, that's a good laugh. Know the way, cause I learned from a good chief. Got a style of her own like a boutique. Hold on real careful like an antique. How you doing that law, it's a technique. If you waiting on the bowl, you a house pet. If you earning you a bowl, it's respect. Weak spirit, us strong like a D-Tech. If the topic ain't right, hit the E-J. I got this tour to prove. I go where y'all tell me to move. I used to fall for the stumble blocks. You can learn much from a bruise. The role I so gladly refused. I only depend on your hook. That is the faith of a mighty one. I told a mountain to move. I told a mountain to move. I told a mountain to move. That is the faith of a mighty one. I told a mountain to move. I told a mountain to move. I told a mountain to move. That is the faith of a mighty one. I told a mountain to move. I got this tour to prove. I go where y'all tell me to move. I used to fall for the stumble blocks. You can learn much from a bruise. The world I so gladly refuse. I only depend on your hook. That is the faith of a mighty one. I told a mountain to move. I told a mountain to move. I told a mountain to move. That is the faith of a mighty one. I told a mountain to move. I told a mountain to move. I told a mountain to move. That is the faith of a mighty one. I told a mountain to move.
It's still what people still thinking is, oh, so we're gonna die and we're gonna fly out of hell. No, the creature right here, this flesh, is gonna have to be delivered from bondage for these words to be true. Which means you can't be in captivity or bound up or die here. You're gonna have to be released, okay, away from bondage and brought to your land like it's promised.
Oh, connect though. Oh man. Yeah. Oh. Burn them up, miss. Brothers. That brother. Oh, it's a way. Yeah. We see them false accusers like they send that thing my way. Shout out to my lawyer, reason why I beat the case. Devil tried to stop it, Father did it anyway. I walked about the world and told them get up out my face. Get up out my face. Get up out my get up out my face. You know I told the devil, get up out my face. Get up out my face. They better sound your alarm. This blue about to be crazy. I got this breeze, jumping the void and the stings. Even through all of these madness, I saw the Father. I know them devils are bothered. I turned the hate to a cobbler, ready to work. I like to say I'm a rider. I know the rule out the driver. Everything kosher, even the diet is kosher. Do it one time for the culture, do it for the shit. Yeah, it be coming endorsing, and it ain't none of that bogus. Watch for the flag. It took a few of them trips. I brought a few on the trip. Follow the chief. I'm just a citizen, bro. Nothing worth mentioning though. Why they mad? I thought that I was a failure. I keep you all in my prayers. I'm on the clock, joining the Father familiar. Really, I hope it compares. Still on my brew. I got no envy inside. I want my brothers to rise. Out of the dust, I put my feelings aside. I keep my eyes on the prize. Straight up and down. I already know I stand. Over and over again. I'm never tired. I keep my energy pure. I keep the law in good. Holding the faith. I know this thing in a race. I know it came with some breaks. Look for the signs. Hope I be making in time. Moving and staying in line. We see them false accusers like they send that thing my way. Shout out to my lawyer, reason why I beat the case. Devil tried to stop it, Father did it anyway. I walked about the world and told them get up out my face. Get up out my face. Get up out my get up out my face. You know I told the devil get up out my face. Get up out my face.
I got a smack for the face, but devil been sitting on a charge for years. Shifters like cargo, my soul full of sorrow. I got a jar full of tears. Don't confuse gossip with gospel. Just how many problems is different. Squares in your circles like waffles. This my culture, this not no religion. Double negatives used in my sentences. These commandments bring bundles of benefits. Not 401k, but 144k. See how we shining and glistening. Demon possession is real. As well as powerful removing them. The kingdom of heaven is real. A citizen of New Jerusalem. Negroes are Hebrews, just Google them. Sirach 6 and 7, we proving them. Get hit with the has when I see through the skies, maneuver through all the manure. Proverbs 6 and it all these false witnesses ought to get dropped in the sewer. Connected with brethren, there's legends in all of their sections, so I got the pull. I got a lawyer that's colder than a combination of Malak and Perry Mason. They bring up the charges, the angels come down. They dismiss the cases. Facing the east with both hands up like 12 a.m. the vertical way. Say what you want, but stay at a distance, respect my personal space.
We see them false accusers like they send that thing my way. Shout out to my lawyer, reason why I beat the case. Devil tried to stop it, Father did it anyway. I walked about the world and told them get up out my face. Get up out my, get up out my, get up out my face. Get up out my, get up out my, get up out my face. You know I told the devil, devil, get up out my face. Get up out my, get up out my, get up out my face.
Hallelujah. My brother. Hallelujah. Y'all see we back at it. Let me turn this off. Y'all see we back at it. With a long awaited, long overdue Freestyle Friday, man. Y'all see the title of it. Why do you trust in your government? And this question is specifically for the so-called black man, woman, and child living in America or scattered abroad to the four corners of the earth. Like, why do you trust in your government? Why are you putting all your faith in your government to help you out of whatever situation that you are in, captivity? Why are you running down to the voting polls to cast your vote for someone selling you false hope because they're telling you they are going to get you out of this or that situation? Why are you doing it? Why? When this government has shown and proven time and time again that it's not for you. It's not for you. And hopefully through the information that we're going to share tonight, we're going to show and go over some things that show like government is only for the global elite. And people was, oh yeah, that's conspiracy. There ain't no globalist elite. But you got some serious studying to do. Because if we think Trump is running anything, if we think Trump is inputting and placing all of these policies and doing all these things that we seeing going on around the United States when he's in office, we got another. I mean, we need some serious awakening to happen in our lives, right? Because he's only a puppet. He's only doing what he is commanded to do by those that are above him. I really don't know what happened to that video, but I remember I did a video 2 years ago about the president of the world. And it was on the black pope, not the black pope, but the black pope, right? He does indeed wear black, but it's not calling him black because of what he wears or his skin complexion, because he's a dark individual. And so said it right there, Jesuits, these are the people that run the world. They run the world. They're over the Roman Catholic Church, right? But you know, we're gonna do a little exposing tonight. We're gonna play a couple videos and man, we're gonna see like these people are not for you. We keep talking, they keep talking about, we keep talking about reparation. But we ain't received a dime. And it's been what, like 3-4 terms. They was talking about giving reparations during a second term of Obama.
What happened? Negro ain't got nothing but extra money on his income tax. That's it. Y'all think
Barely
PPP?
that.
Say that again.
I said, and barely that.
And barely that. Y'all think PPP loans is reparation? No, because you got to pay that back. The Vatican is religious on Rothschild, but we gonna get there. We gonna get into all of that. Yes, I was telling my rib the other day. Whoever controls the money controls the world. Whoever controls the money controls the world. Who controls the money? The Rothschild family owns the federal and the central bank. They print all the money. So the Rothschild family, it is alleged that this one family is worth trillions of dollars. But guess what? We're gonna look into a company that is also alleged to be worth trillions of dollars that probably not a lot of people know about. But guess what it is? It's a finance company. So what is running in and out of this company? Money. You control the money, you control the world, right? But we gonna start off, man, and because I was looking into something. Man, I don't know if you my bad. I got my beloved brother on this stream with me tonight, man, and it's been a minute since I done
Yes, sir.
since we done been on this stream together, man. It's been a minute. Go on, introduce yourself, Hebrew, because they might have forgot who you were. No,
No, you for real? Because shoot, it's been a minute. Yeah, I've been behind the scenes. I put down teaching for a little bit. For those of y'all who've been here for years and years, and that's how long it's been since I posted. My name is Yosef Onyx. Other people call me Young Prince. You can call me whatever you want to, even Charles. I'm just here to do the work.
What you say, you can call me whatever you want to, except for a child to say.
Indeed. Indeed. Don't call me that.
Yes, sir. They're fighting words right there. You have to step outside. What you say? Oh, okay, come on. You got to see.
I address in the chat real quick.
Yeah. What she say? We don't read scripture. No man is gonna save us. So I don't understand why our people wasting their energy. Let me put it on the screen. I don't understand why our people wasting their energy and time to get reparation or just do from anyone. The sister said, "What? BlackRock? We gonna get there." See, this sister, she own it. See, we come from the same school of thought, so I know this sister. I know this sister. You know what I'm saying? She do some real in-depth study. We come from the same school of thought. I'll praise glory unto the Most High. Yeah, we gonna get there. We gonna do some exposing today, and it's crazy how this one company, is worth all this money, but you don't hear about anybody or any other companies or any other entities, whether they be government or whether they be like big enterprises doing business with this company. It just poof came out of thin air.
It's strategy. It's strategy though, because the figures that are really in power don't want their name to be known, because one thing that's consistent, if money is gone, knowledge is power. So if you get to understand the companies that's on top of the world, that's controlling the money, how they controlling the money, their mindsets and directing the world in the way that it's moving, then you can fight the system. But if you have no knowledge of the process that you're going through, then you will always submit to it because you're ignorant to it.
Come on,
it's the same thing. It's the same concept of Satan The biggest deception that Satan has ever made anybody think is that he don't exist.
Come on.
Why? Because then all of his tactics, all of his strategies, all of his plans, all of his formats, even his ideologies don't matter because in your mind, he don't exist.
Don't exist. That's right, Hebrew. That's right. And then, once they put it out there and I ain't gonna say inform the people, but once they make it known to the public, by that time, it's too late. It's too late. It's already in place, right? And I was watching I think I was watching a video, and it was talking about the implementation of the New World Order and how, like, they've already got the ball rolling so far that now if we try to stop it, we can't because it's already in full force. You can't do nothing now. They've been telling you. Even President Bush Sr. told you, we will have a new world order. Well, they will. He said blatantly on a live national television broadcast that they will have. Our plan is to have a new world order. He said, and we will have a new world order. And guess where we headed? Into a new world order. What is Project 2025? It's a step into a new world order. What is Project Stargate? Huh? What is the use of see? People got to, man, we got to really, really buckle down and look at this stuff and study and stop thinking everything is a conspiracy. What you think is a conspiracy theory is a conspired truth. These people have conspired together and you don't believe it because, whatever, they saying this. I don't believe it. But in actuality, in the truth of the matter, it's actually happening.
Hey, I'll tell you what. A conspiracy theory usually comes from a concept of multiple individuals that come to the same conclusion to where they all post it, put it online, put the word out there, newspapers, etc., however they publish the information. But let me ask you something. If it's not truth, how is it being found in multiple different places, multiple different areas, multiple different minds, multiple different forms of research that come to the same conclusion to preach the same word? At that point, you got to really sit there and consider, how are these people in one accord making a lie?
Man, come on. The book of Deuteronomy 17 says, out of the mouth of two or out of the mouth of three witnesses shall the matter be established. So if more than one or two or three people are coming to you and saying the same thing, like it's not a conspiracy at that point. It's no longer a theory. It's like, okay, dang, I don't even know this person, but I heard the same thing from two of my cousins the other day. They were saying the same thing. This person I don't even know saying. Maybe I should look into that. But we'll hear that and be like, some of our people hear it, like, yeah, whatever, man. I'm finna go smoke this blunt. Yeah, man, whatever. I'm finna go to the club, man. Yeah, man, nah, whatever. I don't want to hear that. I'm finna go get up with Shorty. That's why he said in Isaiah, my people don't even consider.
Yes, sir.
Right? The brother said something so profound when he was breaking down the meaning of conspiracy or conspired, right? I want to share this scripture, Psalms chapter 83, because the nations have done what? Conspired against the children of Israel. Right? Psalms 83 and 1. And it reads, keep not thou silence, O Yah. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Elohim, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. They are confederate against thee.
What that word confederate mean, Hebrew?
Man, come on, Hebrew. Man, all praise going unto the Most High. Let the spirit move, man. This is Strong's Concordance H1284. The word barith. Barith. Well, I'm getting a little good at rolling my tongue now. Barith.
All praises. I remember last time I was on here, you sounded a little stiff with it. You got it down. That's improvement. Huh?
Yes, sir. All praises, right? It says right here in the outline of biblical usage, covenant alliance, pledge between men, treaty, alliance, league, man to man. It's like me and my brother coming together saying, okay, well, we're gonna get on the stream together. Mm-hmm. We made a league to come on and present this information, right? Constitution, ordinance, monarch to subjects. That's like the government to the people, right? That's like the Most High to the children of Israel. He gave the monarch, being the Most High, gave his law to the subjects, the children of Israel, right? His ordinances, right? Agreement or pledge, alliance of friendship, alliance of marriage, right? Between God and man, alliance of friendship, covenant, divine ordinance with signs of pledges, phrase, covenant making, covenant keeping, covenant violation, right? That is exactly what they did. They are confederate. They made an alliance. They conspired together. Now let's go and look up the word conspired.
Mm-hmm. And see, that gets scary. Because when you coming into agreement, there's consequences to breaking that agreement. These people put down a contract. Who knows what the consequences are for saying, oh, I want to go ahead and defend these people.
Right.
But there's consequences for them deciding, oh, no, I don't want to keep doing these people like this. They might be, you hear it all the time. During the slave days, you had those individuals that wanted to help the slaves. I ain't gonna say it on here. You N-word lovers, you get killed with them for trying to help them. You get their punishment for trying to help them flee from their punishment. So, go ahead. I'm gonna shut up. That's a scary topic, bro. These people made a confederation, a pact, to do this to our people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right. Conspire. It says make secret plans jointly to commit an unlawful or harmful act.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Unlawful or harmful act.
That's crazy.
Huh? Right here in the next definition, it says of events or circumstances seem to be working together to bring about a particular result. Typically to want someone's detriment. To someone's detriment. Huh? And you think this government ain't conspiring against not just the children of Israel, but all the people of the government? We see what's going on, right? See, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. We're going to deal with the Project 2025, right? We're going to deal with it. We're going to deal with it. But first, let me go to 2nd Ezra. Second Ezra chapter 9. Second Ezra chapter 9. Right? We gonna deal with that. Second Ezra chapter 9, and I'm gonna pick it up in verse 1, like I always love to. Right? It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All we gotta do, Shabbat Shalom, Ak Yehoshua. All we gotta do is look at what's going on in the world and see what is going on around us and ask ourselves, okay, is this the time that the Most High is beginning to visit the earth or world, as the scriptures say? Right? Continue in verse 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Have we not seen earthquakes and uproars of the people? All over the world.
Boy, the world is in distress.
Come on, man. They now have a quote unquote ceasefire in Israel between Israel and Hamas. They are working on another ceasefire with Ukraine and Russia. But guess what? You don't have
in distress.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot. He said, you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. This ain't the last war or wars we gonna hear of. We got China getting ready to invade Taiwan. North Korea want to take over South Korea. Both China and North Korea and Russia and Iran got nuclear bombs pointed at the United States of America. Right now, Trump is putting tariffs on China, Canada, and Mexico. He wants Canada and Mexico to be part of the United States. It is a lot going on in this world right now underneath our noses, and we ain't even sniffing. Right before our very eyes, but we resting our eyelids.
Yes, sir.
We sleep. We turn the blind eye. Because we too busy pleasing the flesh. We too busy having fun. We too busy trying to make money and chase the bag. We too busy watching TikTok and worried about the TikTok ban. We too busy worrying about Kendrick Lamar performing at the Super Bowl over Lil Wayne because it's in New Orleans. We too busy. And a brother, I ain't gonna say he a brother anymore, but this guy who used to believe in and teach the Bible came up with a very profound acronym for busy. BUSY. Buried under Satan's yoke. We too busy. We too busy to pay attention to what's going on. We too busy to be what's the word I'm looking for? Knowledgeable about all these activities that are going on around us that we very much so be aware of. But we not because we too busy. We too busy watching YouTube.
Then you see, you read in Revelations and you see the Messiah coming back, and these people, even though they see the signs, they see the witnesses, they see these troubles that are happening to the earth, for some reason they are still marrying and giving in marriage, drinking, partying, giving gifts, as if the world isn't ending before their eyes.
What he say for all this?
He said he's gonna come as a thief in the night, and he's gonna come as a thief in the night for the. What'd you say?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I said he gonna come as a thief in the night to these people because they're not paying attention. They too focused on their own matters. The Most High told the Pharisees, Yahushua told the Pharisees, you can discern the weather. You can discern when the storm is coming. You can discern when it's about to be beautiful skies out. But you can't see the signs of the times of my appearance. He tell you in this blueprint. I like to say this a lot. Yahushua tell you in himself all the time what his coming is going to look like from beginning to end. But we're too busy.
What did he say? The brother said, blinded by the God of this world.
Yes, sir.
That's absolutely right. And their foolish mind is darkened. It's darkened. Right? Let me keep reading this where I'm at. Verse 4. Right? Verse 4 says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
I did not read that verse before I said that, by the way. All praises to the Most High.
All praises. Right? Verse 5. It says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. He didn't say it's going to be manifest. He didn't say the end shall be manifest. He said it is manifest. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. In effects and signs. I'm going to stop that right there. Always been happening. Natural disasters been happening. We just have technology to see it now. Yeah, they have. Right? The earth opening up and swallowing Dathan, Korah, and all their company was an earthquake. That was an earthquake. Right? You see, you got the ground moving and opening up. That's an earthquake. Earthquake been happening since the beginning of time. But what kind of earthquake? We talking about earth. See, the Messiah, when he spoke of earthquakes happening in diverse places, he talking about earthquakes happening in places where earthquakes don't normally happen. You know what I'm saying? Earthquakes of certain magnitudes that, like, you got we have in Memphis, in Memphis, a lot of people don't know Memphis sits on the fault line, right? And you have sometimes you have little tremors in Memphis, but I'm not sure of the history of it, but as long as I've been living in Memphis, I've never witnessed an earthquake in Memphis, though it sits on the fault line. Right, but you have some places that actually don't sit on the fault line, don't have a real history of having earthquakes or tremors, having earthquakes. And I'm not talking about like little bitty earthquakes, I'm talking about sizable earthquakes, like 6 on the Richter scale and up. This is what we talking about, like real deal, sizable earthquakes that make the news. We ain't talking about this stuff that go on in California. Yeah, California had earthquake. You might, you seldom to, wake up to a earthquake. It's just random out there. An earthquake in California is like rain in Seattle. It's coming. But we talking about, having an earthquake in New Jersey. I don't see. I don't remember hearing about no earthquakes. There's only been 4 earthquakes in New Jersey, and one of them was the other day. Right? Yeah, the end time. So let's get into this, right? And as I was saying before we got into that, until we got into the whole little spiel, right? Man, my whole house, it was I say last month sometime on 3-4 weeks ago, right? My whole
Hey,
entire
I don't mean to disrupt that. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know now. For some reason, my computer.
say it again.
My computer's buffering heavily. So if you speaking to me and I don't realize it, I apologize. I might have to restart the computer. I said my computer is buffering heavily. I might have to restart it.
Okay. You on it the iMac, ain't you?
Because
Yeah.
on my end, you can't even finish.
You breaking up on my end. You seem good.
My computer is restarted real quick, and I get back on.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so as I was saying, like my family about 3 weeks, a month ago, like we all had got sick out of nowhere. We all was like stopped up and you know coughing and sneezing out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. And yeah, it was winter, but it was just weird how it happened. And the symptoms, like we was like, dang, is it mold in the house? Or like what's going on? And man, my baby girl and my son, and I'm talking about their nose was just running profusely. It's like I'm talking about snot running like a river, not to be too graphic, but it was just like, man, nah, this ain't normal. This is not normal. And me personally, I've never in my history of living as short as I've been on this earth, as short as I've been on this earth, I don't remember me having
You
any
young
signs
guy. You young guy. You young guy. Get yourself
any sinus infections or anything like that. And man, look, I'm talking about I was blowing my nose so much that it got to the point that I was blowing blood. And I'm like, man, what is going on? What is going on? And then I thought about it. We had this mysterious fog come through. And they was warning everybody about this mysterious fog. Like, what is about this fog? What is different about this fog? Fog it's normal. Fog is normal everywhere. But why is there a weather alert about this fog? Like it's nationally broadcast about this fog. What's going on? And this is right after all of these. This is right after all of these sightings of these drones. I'm just here putting two and two together. I ain't saying this is that and this is that, but we just putting two and two together. We all know they be in the air spraying chemtrails. But what is What are they spraying? What are they spraying? So we're gonna go through a little history, right? We're gonna go through their history. First, we're gonna start off and show the history of what? Hold on. This ain't.
Yeah, because it made me wonder what they generating. I mean, what they able to make fog and dew
Oh, here it is.
that's poisonous to inhale and be around. Imagine what it's doing for the food that it's about.
Yeah. First, we're gonna get into the history.
The form.
Say that again, Hebrew.
Nah, go ahead. You got it. I think
Okay.
I'm still lagging on here.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It was happening on the lesson. Brother Norris had a little bit of delay too.
I'm using his computer. I don't know if it's his computer or what.
Yeah.
Hold up.
It might be the expensive Wi-Fi. You know, that expensive Wi-Fi on here with this cheap Wi-Fi, and they not compatible. That's what it is, Hebrew. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, we're gonna start with this history, right? This history of biological warfare. How many people knew that there was a such thing called biological warfare? Or even know what biological warfare is? Matter of fact, let's do that first. Let's get the definition of biological warfare. All right. Biological warfare. Let's go with the definition, right? We're going to go to Wiki. Okay. Says right here, biological warfare, also known as what? Also known as what? Germ warfare is the use of biological toxins or infectious agents such as bacteria, viruses. I don't know why I keep doing that. I don't know what's going on with this mouse, man. Viruses. What? Insects? Oh, insects. Do y'all remember that article that came out about genetically modified mosquitoes? This ain't nothing new now. They locked the world down. People in Brazil, rainforest even got it. Yep, the bat virus. Yep. Y'all see, it's supposed to be on them. Right? It says insects and fungi with the intent to kill, harm, or incapacitate humans, animals, or plants as an act of war. Anybody, please tell me if y'all remember what happened with the Pilgrims and the Native Americans. What happened with the Pilgrims and the Native Americans? Anybody in the chat, if y'all know or y'all remember, what happened with the Pilgrims and the Native Americans? How did the Pilgrims start killing off the Native Americans?
Golly.
Come on now. Biological warfare. Smallpox blankets. They put smallpox in blankets. Put smallpox in blankets. Put smallpox in blankets and gave them to them as an act of kindness. right?
And what's the
But really, their whole intent was to end their whole race. Isaiah 55, I know what you're looking for.
I'm looking at Maccabees.
Okay, yeah, it's in there too. His words were smooth as butter, but war was in his heart.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go on read it, Hebrew.
I'm finna find it. Give me 1 second.
All right. Yeah, came to them like they was friends, and you give them blankets to keep them warm in the cool of the night, but it's infected with smallpox. And we think that this same people is for the betterment of our people. Come on, man. They came over here rapists and murderers and thieves. And we think that these are good people? Mm. And that's another thing, man. They got this in this Project 25, which we're going to get to later, about all these migrants, right? And, trying to get all the migrants out of America. Well, guess what? Y'all got to leave too, because this ain't y'all nation.
Yes, sir.
This ain't y'all country. Come on.
I got the precept here, bro. This ain't
Bring it up.
This ain't in Maccabees, but actually Psalms 55.
Yeah. I'm gonna find it in Maccabees. I'm gonna find it in Maccabees. Y'all know it's in Maccabees.
I appreciate it, Hebrew, because I'm struggling on that one. In 1 moment, let me get this up. This Psalms 55, verse 21. Let me get there.
Yes, sir.
Psalms 50, verse 21.
Hold on. Psalms 55 and 21.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It says, where it go? There you go. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Here it is in the Maccabees. It said, this is First Maccabees chapter 1, verses 29 and 30. It says, this talking about Antiochus Epiphanes, right? Says, and after 2 years fully expired, the king Antiochus Epiphanes sent his chief collector of tribute unto the cities of Judah, who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude, and spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much people of Israel. This ain't that new. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. These people been like that. Been like that. Right? And we want to say, man, I ain't gonna get into the whole spiel of the nationality of these people according to the Bible. But anyway, right? It says biological weapons, often termed bioweapons, biological threat agents, or bioagents, are living organisms or replicating entities, i.e., viruses which are not universally considered alive. Entomological or insect warfare is a subtype of biological warfare. Biological warfare is subject to a forceful normative prohibition. Offensive, but yeah, we ain't gonna get into all of that. We just wanted to show y'all what biological warfare is, right? It says biological warfare is distinct from warfare involving other types of weapons of mass destruction, including nuclear warfare, chemical warfare, and radiological warfare. But there's still biological warfare because they drop nuclear bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and that caused biological caused the people to have deformities. Like them people still haven't gotten right. They still haven't recovered from them dropping. It was atomic. It was called atomic bombs in that time, but though they were nuclear, right? They still haven't recovered or fully recuperated from those bombs being dropped on those two cities. Still haven't. Right? It says biological weapons may be employed in various ways to gain strategic or tactical advantage over the enemy, either by threats or by actual deployments. Like some chemical weapons, biological weapons may be useful as area denial weapons, right? And I don't know if a lot of people watch these movies, but I'm very fond of movies like Mission Impossible and James Bond movies. Like don't judge me. I just type of movies that I like, right? So I watch a lot of Mission Impossible, and in Mission Impossible 2, the second I don't know the word for it, but the second movie of Mission Impossible 2, the second installment. That's what I'm looking for. The second installment of Mission Impossible, right? It was all about this man basically trying to get this scientist to make a like a virus. He was trying to get him to make a virus so he can harness it. And what he was planning to do is shoot one person with the virus and send them into the population and let that person go into the population, right? That person goes into the population and dies within 24 to 48 hours. Every person that person has died around, they also inhabit the virus. And within 24 to 48 hours, anybody that has that virus dies. This is in movies now.
I got a question about that. Is this not considered witchcraft?
Yes, it is.
The compelling and the unnatural use of the herbs and the spices that the Most High put on the earth to cause death and destruction through products he made to bring us life and healing.
Yep, that's right, sister. They did the same thing. They did the same thing in Tomorrow Never Dies. I haven't watched Night Agent season 2 yet. Please don't give it away, Humble Me. Please. But yes, I can only imagine. They put this stuff in movies. I tell my wife all the time, if they put it in movies, they have already done it. And they're already doing it. They ain't planning to do it if they put it in movies. It's either already been done or it's already in action. That's right. Brother said, trust and believe they working on something to create zombies or something of that sort. That's right. They have a zombie apocalypse guideline on the CDC. On the CDC website, they have a zombie apocalypse guideline. And why do you need a zombie apocalypse guideline if there are no zombies? Or there are no plan for zombies to exist?
See, And then we read past scriptures like what's in Zechariah, and their eyes will melt out of their sockets and their tongues will rot in their mouths. These people will. Matter of fact, let me find that script. Let me find that script. Hold on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like, all right, while he's searching for that script, I'm gonna ask the people, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard of Operation Sea Spray. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard of Operation Sea Spray. Put a 0 if you haven't ever heard of Operation Sea Spray. That's a lot of zeros.
I ain't never heard of that.
3 zeros. But you never heard of Operation Zero? Shalom, shalom, MT Esquire, shalom.
Oh.
Man, I ain't seen nobody has ever heard of Operation Sea Spray. Go on, read your script, Hebrew, and we're going to get into that. Operation Sea Spray. This is something that was done in the 1950s. Yeah.
Look, I got Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12, right? It says, yep, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouths. That's a plague. They gonna be deteriorating standing up. What is a depiction of a zombie look like in The Walking Dead, World War Z, even the Call of Duty games? Zombie mode. Running, athletic, rotten human corpses that are trying to infect the person that is not infected.
Yeah, that God dog. That actually sound like like nuclear fallout. That definitely sound like something you don't want to be a part of.
No, sir.
You don't want to be a part of that, man. God dog.
Well, that's a scary plague.
Hold on. I just came across a video looking for the video that I was supposed to play. I lost it because I'm not gonna get into all of that. But yeah, where's the video at, man?
You know what it's about?
Yeah.
Of course you know what it's about.
Oh, here it is.
Found it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. People are almost zombies now. If the news government tell them do some things, they do it, even if it's to their body. Yeah. Also put a 1 in the chat, put a 3 in the chat if you've ever heard of the 4B movement. Put a 0 if you haven't. We're gonna get it. It's a lot to talk about. The 4B movement. Right? Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, right? Let's get into this Operation Sea Spray. Let me find this because I got tabs on tabs on tabs open. Let me find this Operation Sea Spray. Here it is. All right. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Operation Sea Spray, right? Operation Sea Spray was a 1950 U.S. Navy secret biological warfare experiment in which Seriatia, yeah, that word right there, right? It's a bacteria, right? You see what that is? Rod-shaped bacteria, right? It says, and Bacillus globigi bacteria were sprayed over the San Francisco Bay Area in California. Maybe that's why this is one of the number one leading homosexual cities in the world. Hmm. Anyway, right? It says that was done in order to determine how vulnerable a city like San Francisco may be to a bioweapon attack, killing at least one American and sickening at least 10 more. Why?
On their own city. This is crazy.
This is your government.
Crazy.
Your government testing a deadly bacteria on its own people. Your government. Why are you trusting somebody like that? Yeah, we're for the people. What? And you best believe with all this stuff that they putting in place right now, Project 2025, Agenda 2030, all of this stuff, we're gonna get into all of this. They are not for the people. And they especially ain't for the children of Israel. All of this stuff is put in place to attack and kill the children of Israel and whoever else, if they can get some, you know what I'm saying, some innocent bystanders, they don't care. They especially gonna get what my brother said. They especially gonna get them nigger lovers.
Yes, sir.
Those are the John Brown Brigade. Yeah, they gonna yeah.
And see, stuff like this, it made me think of the I don't know if he even allowed to say this word on YouTube anymore. That say a lot, but I'm gonna call it the 2020 sickness. They solution, all of a sudden everybody getting a solution to the 2020 sickness, and then everybody popping up dead from all of these black, look like venom tentacles all in their veins, clogging their arteries, causing heart attacks and heart to stop, brain functionality, strokes. What is this? This is crazy. This is crazy.
And man, Hebrew, you jumping ahead of yourself, Esaias. Jumping ahead of yourself. Right? You should have jumped on the stream, Hebrew. Yeah, man, I forgot what I was about to say. With that right there, right? At first they was like, yeah, it came out of the lab. No, it didn't come out of the lab. Yeah, it came out of the lab. Now they're coming out and saying for a surety, we know that this was leaked. But the thing about this is whether it came out of the lab, whether it was leaked, or whether it was done on purpose, why are you creating a deadly virus? You're creating a deadly virus. Why? What's the purpose behind it? What are you trying to find out? What do you need to see? What is the study going into this? It's a deadly virus. And then they came out with the solution And then those that funded and backed the solution and enforced and endorsed the solution, they didn't take it. Why? You put all your money into it. You were the main quote unquote scientist that has nothing to do with medicine. You have no medical degrees. You came up with a software. You're the main one behind the solution to a sickness. Right? Now let's watch this video. This is like I fast forwarded a minute, but this is like a little 19-minute video. Gonna check out this heathen talking about that time the United States tested biological warfare on its own citizens. Right? Check this out.
For the residents of San Francisco, October the 11th, 1950 started out like any other day, with thick banks of autumn fog rolling in from the bay and across the city. By the afternoon, however, it became clear that something was seriously wrong. On that day alone, 11 patients were admitted to Stanford Hospital with pneumonia, fever, and serious urinary tract infections. One of them, a 75-year-old retired pipe fitter named Edward J. Nevin, died 3 weeks later. Tests revealed the culprit to be Serratia marcescens, a bacterium so uncommon that not a single case of infection had been recorded in the entire history of San Francisco. So baffled were the hospital's doctors by this unusual cluster of infections that they reported the incident in a medical journal, though when no new cases appeared, they just dismissed it as a fluke. But unknown to the doctors and the residents of San Francisco, the thick fogs that crept over the city that autumn carried a secret passenger. Trillions of bacteria sprayed from a Navy ship sailing just offshore. Codenamed Sea Spray, this operation was part of a top-secret Cold War project to test the city's vulnerability to a potential Soviet bio-warfare attack. But San Francisco was far from alone. Between 1949 and 1969, the US military deliberately exposed dozens of American cities and millions of ordinary citizens to potentially harmful bacteria and chemicals, all in the name of national security. This is the shocking story of one of the largest programs of human experimentation in American history. Biological warfare has long been a part of human conflict, from the medieval practice of catapulting infected corpses and rats into besieged cities to spread disease, to the infamous use of smallpox-infected blankets during the 18th century French and Indian War. But it was not until the late 19th century, when scientists like Robert Koch and Louis Pasteur discovered the microorganisms that cause disease and how to cultivate them, that the development of dedicated effective biological weapons began in earnest. By the time of the First World War, Imperial Germany had built an extensive bioweapons program, perfecting strains of anthrax and glanders with which it planned to infect its enemies' livestock and military draft animals. However, none of these weapons were ever deployed before the war ended. But the horrifying effects of the chemical weapons that had been used during the war, such as phosgene and mustard gas, left such an impression on world leaders that in 1925, 146 countries came together to draft the Geneva Protocol for the prohibition of the use of asphyxiating, poisonous, and other gases, and of bacteriological methods of warfare. The treaty was signed by 38 nations, including France, Great Britain, the Soviet Union, Japan, and the United States, though the latter two would not ratify it until the 1970s. Over the next 2 decades, the majority of the Geneva Protocol signatories avoided developing biological weapons, with one major exception. In 1936, the Imperial Japanese Army established a biowarfare research center outside the Chinese city of Harbin in the Japanese puppet state of Manchukuo. Run by General Shiro Ishii, the facility known as Unit 731 would go on to commit some of the most horrific atrocities in modern history. In experiments that make the work of Nazi scientists like Dr. Joseph Mengele look like the pinnacle of medical ethics, researchers at Unit 731 used local Chinese citizens as human guinea pigs, exposing them to deadly pathogens like anthrax and bubonic plague before dissecting them alive without anesthetic to study the effects of these diseases. Japanese aircraft also dropped bombs loaded with anthrax, plague, cholera, salmonella, and other agents on 11 Chinese cities, leading to tens of thousands of deaths. While such horrors might seem like a unique product of Imperial Japan's particular brand of extreme militarism, It was not long before the Western powers too succumbed to the dark allure of biological warfare. Following the Nazi invasion of Poland in September 1939, the United Kingdom set up its own biowarfare program based at Porton Down in Wiltshire and Toronto in Canada, with research focusing on the weaponization of tularemia, psittacosis, brucellosis, Q fever, and anthrax.
Yeah, y'all get the point, right? Y'all get the point, right? These people have been doing it for ages. But if y'all don't believe me, let's go to the history of biological warfare. This is Wikipedia. It's Wikipedia. Right? It says right here, before the 20th century, the use of biological agents took three major forms. Deliberate contamination of food and water with poisonous or contagious material.
Do that to this day. Anything you go into the stores, just flip it around. Start looking up the stuff that's in these food products. VHT, Red 40, all these food dyes and food colorants. I hold my peace. Keep reading.
Yeah. And that's what I just asked. Is that why? Is after this experiment? Is this why? Is this why San Francisco is one of the world's leading cities for
abomination?
Yeah, abomination. Yeah, abomination. Yeah, we're gonna say that. Yeah. Is that why? Right? It says right here, the use of microbes, biological toxins, animals or plants living or dead in a weapon system. Use of biologically inoculated fabrics and persons. In the 20th century, sophisticated bacteriological and virological, that's bacterial and virus techniques, allowed the production of significant stockpiles of weaponized bioagents. Stockpiles. How many of us remember anthrax? Remember anthrax, don't you? Man, y'all better watch out. Put some gloves on before you go check your mail. Huh? You remember anthrax? That was biological warfare. Yeah, they say they want to say that was what they was calling them the Taliban. No, it wasn't, Negro. That was the United States government. How the hell is the Taliban making anthrax in caves?
There's some advanced rock scientists here, bro.
Come on, man. Bruce Seller, y'all go and look up these different bacteria. I ain't gonna get into all of these bacteria agents, these viral agents, and these toxins, right? We're not gonna get into all of it, right? It says tularemia, right? And etc. That means it's more. Stop doing it. It's more. Viral agents, smallpox. We spoke about smallpox. Viral hemorrhagic fevers. Am I saying that right? She ain't listening.
Hemorrhagic. You said it right.
Yeah, hemorrhagic fevers, etc. Botulinum, or ricin, etc. Right? These are the various weaponized bioagents. And this ain't even all of them. Right? Says antiquity, the earliest documented incident of the intention to use biological weapons is possibly recorded in Hittite texts of 1500 to 1200 BC in which victims of tularemia were driven into enemy lands, causing an epidemic. Although the Assyrians knew of ergot, a parasitic fungus of rye which produces ergotism, when ingested, there is no evidence that they poisoned enemy wells with the fungus, as has been claimed. Right? So basically, it was a time of war in the Hittites when they were trying to. They was at war with the Assyrians. They were at war with the Assyrians. It's alleged that they put this bacteria into the wells of the enemy. So when they drank the water, they would ingest it and get ergotism and die. What is ergotism? The effect of long-term ergot poisoning. And let's just say it'll mess you up. You would end up not being able to walk. You would have trauma to the head, all from this, right? What she say? In short, it passes certain bacteria through generation, even if cured. Affected testes, male children, reproductive system potency, less tester one, so feminine tested on their own people. Oh yeah, Tuvi says something about RNA messengers. Yeah, that vaccine it had messenger RNA. Why? It's a good question. Why? They're trying to. We gonna get there. They're trying to alter our DNA. Trying to alter our DNA. No. Right. Let's skip on down. Right. It says in a naval battle against King Eumenes of Pergamon in 184 BC, Hannibal of Carthage had clay pots filled with venomous snakes and instructed his sailors to throw them onto the decks of enemy ships. That's biological warfare.
Yes, sir.
These folks is crazy. The Roman commander Manius Aquilus poisoned the wells of besieged enemy cities in about 130 BC. In about AD 198, the Parthian city of Hatra near Mosul, Iraq, repulsed the Roman army led by Septimius Severus by hurling clay pots filled with live scorpions at them. Like Scythian archers, Roman soldiers dipped their swords into excrements and cadavers. Too, victims were commonly infected by tetanus as a result.
That's crazy.
They dipped their swords in boo-boo.
That is crazy.
Dip their swords in boo-boo.
Whole armies smell like running at you, smelling like Antiochus Epiphanes. And you wide and you wide open and putting feces in your cuts. God, leave.
What is? Come on, now.
Lives to do evil, but have no knowledge to do good. These people healed in death. This is crazy.
Look, right here it says the creation of biologicals was reserved for a specific and professional class of medicine men. In South Sudan, the people of the Khoilit Hills kept their country free of Arab invasions by using tsetse flies as a weapon of war. It just say they are large, biting flies that inhabit much of tropical Africa. Biting flies. Can you imagine because there were plenty of flies that the Most High unleashed. Look, that was biological warfare. Where they get that from? That was biological warfare that the Most High unleashed on the people of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Turned their water to blood. Turned dust into lice. Sent frogs into all of their inhabitations. Caused flies to invade all of their houses and their cattle.
Well, that's a lot of irritation. I'm looking up this every time you name one of these things. I'm looking up these symptoms. The bites of these flies causing pain, swelling, redness, itchiness, allergic reactions to the point where some people get dizzy, weak, and can't breathe. And
Yes, sir.
You can't sleep at night because your whole body just itch and burn and swollen tight. Man, this is godly.
It's like having hives and a fever. Yeah. Yeah. In that movie 2000 BC, when he was in the jungle, didn't he dip his darts in a poison frog to get the army off him? Yeah. To get the enemy off him. Yeah. Yeah. They even did that in it's a comedic movie, Ace Ventura Pet Detective. They carved their darts out of a poisonous tree. Yeah. Yeah. That's Operation Sea Spray, family. Biological warfare. That's not all. That's not all.
And the fact that we on the
that is not all. Right?
The fact that
go ahead.
By a topic of not trusting the government, and we just going through one of the directions or ways that the government has abused their own citizens, and especially Israelites that live amongst it. We only This is crazy.
I'm glad you brought that up, Hebrew, because guess what? What is that? What is that called, what you just spoke of? Unethical human experimentation. Right? Unethical human experimentation is human experimentation that violates the principles of medical ethics. It's not ethical for you to create a virus and purposefully spread it to a people to see what would happen.
And it's one thing to do it consensually. It's a whole nother thing to do it on unsuspecting, non-consensual individuals that have no idea what you're doing to them. And all of a sudden end up dead, irritated, itching, hospitalized, paralyzed. Golly, man, this is crazy.
That's right.
Crazy.
That's right. It says such practices have included denying patients the right to informed consent, using pseudoscientific frameworks such as rare science, and torturing people under the guise of research. Around World War II, Imperial Japan and Nazi Germany carried out brutal experiments on prisoners and civilians through groups like Unit 731 or individuals like Joseph Mengele. The Nuremberg Code was developed after the war in response to the Nazi experiments. Countries have carried out brutal experiments on marginalized populations. Y'all, we finna read it right now. Examples include American abuses during Project MK Ultra and the Tuskegee syphilis experiments and the mistreatment of indigenous populations in Canada and Australia, right? Our people is still being plagued by syphilis. It was said, I want to say it was last year or the year before, that Memphis, the city of Memphis, was the number one ranked city in America for STDs, and the number one STD was syphilis.
Mm.
And we are definitely still being plagued by MK Ultra and mind control, because guess what? We like we've had our minds being controlled by our phones, by what we watch on TV, by sports, by movies, by all of these quote unquote distractions that the government has set in front of us, that we have been duped into like indulging in. But it's all a play to keep us away from doing stuff like this. Digging into their secrets and what their hidden agenda is. Yeah, let's give them this. Let's give them that. Now, you know, you got Elon Musk coming out and doing the Hitler, right? That's what we're gonna say it is. He did the Hitler, right? We're gonna put it in a dance move. He did the Hitler, right? But instead of the Jewish community or the small hat community coming after him, guess what they did? 2 weeks later, Kanye West come out and say he's a Nazi. To take all of to take all of the eyes off of him, all of what's the word I'm looking for? All of the attention, all the focus off of what Elon Musk did and what their hidden agenda is. Not to mention, nobody's asking why are all these tech billionaires at Trump's inauguration? Nobody's asking that. Why are all these tech billionaires? What does Trump have to do with Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and the CEO of TikTok and all of these artificial intelligence websites and companies? What does Trump have to do with all of these? He owns hotels and stuff like that. What do he got to do with all this artificial intelligence?
And you know what's scary? Because I don't know if you've been paying attention to how artificial intelligence is looking as of recent, but it's getting scary accurate. Y'all look up AI Bible sagas. Look at their most recent videos. You wouldn't think that they generated that online somewhere. You would think that's raw footage of people that gathered together to film and shoot for this video. It's getting more and more realistic to the point where now you got people doing deep fake or AI fake voices. Or I was looking into how to do a faceless YouTube channel, and you get pages all the time that saying how do you make a YouTube channel strictly using AI, from the script down to the videography, photos, and even the every detail of the video AI generated.
Yep.
Even down to the voice that's reading it.
Yep. GPT. The
president of the United States is pairing up with these people who are trying to make, produce, and increase this type of technology, whether it be Why am I thinking non-gas electric vehicles?
Yep.
Understanding the computer systems. I mean, Elon Musk is now making houses and trailers, solar panels.
Mm-hmm.
Got all of these different technology platforms or builders that are with the president of the United States. That's a scary collab.
Yeah.
You got the face ruler of the United States hooking up with some of the top deceivers in the world, or potentially the top deceivers in the world. To me personally, you don't operate in the spirit of fear, but you need to keep your eyes on that union. Because ain't nothing good finna come from them working together. And I had this script pulled because I was thinking about this earlier. I gave a little glimpse. And this is actually talking about Israel. But I'm going to read it because that second half is real prevalent. It's Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. Yeah. It says, "For my people is foolish. They know me. They are Scottish children. And they have none understanding. Wise to do evil,
but to do good.
Good they have no knowledge." And if this is Israel, we under the curses right now. We are the tail and they are the head, but they use us to fund and do everything. What do you think the people that's over us trying to do? The same people that said, "Come, let us put our hands forth and make them no longer a nation." These sometimes we had it there, boy.
Let me picture it. Let me see a picture.
One up what it say in Matthew. Now you can make the weather change. You can make fake clouds. You can put fog on the ground and cause it to reproduce or kill your crops. You can make synthetic air. Put these what is it called? We were just going over this topic. I was going to say bioengineer warfare. What is it called?
Biological warfare.
Biological warfare. But y'all can't discern the time that the Most High is coming back swiftly. Y'all so smart that y'all stupid. Y'all so, what do you say, busy focusing on how to advance yourself that you forgetting that your end is coming soon.
Yeah, Hebrew, and that's an excellent scripture and a breakdown of that, man. Because our people think that they, sometimes you'll talk to our people and you'll tell them something that, like, you didn't even know before you found out. So you really have a mind to like, well, yeah, I know, don't nobody know this, but you'll talk to one of your people about the scripture and they don't have the understanding that the Most High gave you. But when you talk to them, they be like, I already know. Well, no, you don't, because if you knew, you'd already be doing it.
Well, dude, I can't even say that no more. A lot of people know, hey, it's wrong to kill my brother, but he took $100 from me. It ain't nothing about knowledge, because a lot of people know that Christmas ain't got nothing to do with Yahushua. But the scripture says, blessed are the hearers and the doers.
And the doers.
You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't apply that understanding, then you know better than the people that don't know. Matter of fact, you worse. Because you know what's going on, and you still a willing participant. You worse than the ignorant. I mean, why do you think the Most High so hard on backsliders? They know better.
They know better. What the script say? It had been worse. It'd have been better if you had not known the truth than to know it and then to revert and go back into the world.
So
The beginning for them is worse. The end for them is worse than the beginning.
yes, sir.
It'd be better if you just don't know the truth than to know it and then go back to your own vomit.
If you weren't alive at that point,
Yeah, nah.
that existed.
Nah.
Yeah. Go back.
All right. So look, how many people remember this past little snowstorm? Y'all remember this snowstorm that just passed the south? How many people thought that was real ice and snow?
Oh, should be, bro.
Man,
Should be, bro.
that snow didn't even melt with the sun beaming on it in certain places.
Hey, off topic, but I'm gonna have to say it. I'm scrolling on YouTube. Why these people make ice cream out of this? Just scooping it straight off their car into a pot. Add some heavy whipping cream, vanilla, sugar, cinnamon, whatever flavor. Don't even. I'm sorry. I'm serious. I'm serious, Hebrew. I'm serious. Look it up if y'all believe.
Let they make ice cream?
Yes, snow cream, straight off the car. I'm serious. Look it up. These people nasty, and you don't even know what you're eating.
Yeah, I don't want to look that up. I want to keep my food down.
These people don't know what they. Golly.
Yeah, it's crazy. Right. So, a lot of people don't know that the government is into weather modification and weaponization as well. Right? I'm trying to eat it.
I can hear it. I hear the smack.
Yeah, milk, but was super soft, never iced up, even though here for days. Yeah. In some places it was here for months. I'm talking about ice around. I was riding down some street, and it was the snow around one particular area. All of the snow around it had melted, but in this one spot, it was just there. I'm like, I looked at it, I'm like, it's still snow on the ground. But then I thought about it. I'm like, it's still snow on the ground? It's melted everywhere else, but in this
specific area.
This specific area, right? So check this out. Y'all check this out. Weather manipulation, right? Weather manipulation, also known as weather modification, is the practice of intentionally altering the weather. It's often done to change the amount of precipitation in a local area, such as to increase the water supply. How it's done? Cloud seeding. Cloud seeding is a common method that involves introducing chemicals like silver iodide or dry ice into clouds to create crystals, which then fall as rain or snow. Have you ever been in your city and it rains, and then you look at the weather on your phone or on your computer and it says 0 chance of rain, but it's raining outside? Huh? right? Altering solar energy. The brother just said something about this particular tech giant creating solar panels. For what? We all know he don't even want to live on Earth. He want to live on Mars.
Oh, what? Yeah. God.
He want to live on Mars. Why is he creating things to help Earth? And we all know what he wore for Halloween 2 years ago. You don't know?
And that know very well, because that's his ex. What was it called? The Devil's Art. Shoot, I forgot what that costume was called.
Come on, look right here. This is what he wore.
And this is the same person that made he made his vehicles have a function called the summoning, where you can park your car anywhere in the parking lot, go into the store. When you come out, you hit your key or phone or whatever, and you summon your car as if you summon. Why would you call it the summoning? And it just come right on to you. These are the people that our world leaders are attached to.
And if people are not peeping, yes, of course he got the Baphomet on the chest of his costume, right? But what's in the head of the Baphomet?
Disrespectful. I didn't even notice that. Disrespectful. Is that an upside down cross, Hebrew, in my church?
Yes, it is.
Disrespectful.
And anybody that knows a little bit of history of the quote unquote Christians after the death, after the ascension of Hamashiach, and the persecution of the Romans, of those that believed in Hamashiach. Let me get this bull crap off the screen.
Thank you, sir.
And the people that believed in Hamashiach during the Roman persecution, right? They would hang believers in Hamashiach upside down on the cross. That's how they killed Peter. That's how they killed Peter. That's where it comes from. The upside down cross. Right? Let me get back to this, right? Weather modification, weather manipulation and modification, right? Altering solar energy is adding materials to absorb or reflect sunlight, adding heat, using artificial means to add heat to the atmosphere. What they call climate change.
Yeah, forced climate change.
Global warming. Thank you, baby. Right? Influencing humidity. Increasing or decreasing evaporation to change humidity levels. Remember what we was talking about earlier? Dispersing fog. This mysterious fog that came through. Using specific methods to eliminate or suppress fog. Dispersing. I said dispensing. Dispersing fog. Uses. Increasing water supply. Cloud seeding is often used to increase rainfall or what? Snowfall to increase the water supply in a local area. Military. What does the military need with weather modification? What? Weather modification has been used in warfare, such as in Operation Popeye during the Vietnam War. It rained a whole lot in Vietnam during the Vietnam War. It was always raining. Always. How many people seen the movie Geostorm? You ain't seen Geostorm?
No, sir.
Yeah, we watched it. Probably don't remember. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen the movie Geostorm. It's on charger. Let's pull it up. I'm not gonna. Last time I played a video of a movie. Yeah, played a video of a movie. It got struck and taken down. Right. So see right here, the plot to the movie Geostorm. Right. Says after an unprecedented series of natural disasters threatened the planet, the world leaders came together to create an intricate network of satellites to control the global climate and keep everyone safe.
Oh man, this is when they say peace, peace, there shall come destruction.
Yeah.
These people, God, man, this is something serious.
Yeah, we gonna get there. She own it, boy. She said then they call it overpopulation. They messing with weather to disrupt the natural weather, which runs the whole ecosystem of the earth, planets, animals, and humans. Yeah. They call it overpopulation. So guess what guess what the global elite want if the world is becoming overpopulated?
Want to level the playing.
They want depopulation.
Yes, sir.
Right? A quick detour, right? Where is it? I had a quick detour. Did I close it? No, I didn't. Quick detour, real quick, right? Since we on population. This is the guy who came up with the solution to the sickness. Or he might not came up with it, but he was a heavy funder and endorser of the jab. Check this out.
This equation has 4 factors, a little bit of multiplication. So you've got a thing on the left, CO2, that you want to get to 0. And that's going to be based on
CO2. If one of these you want to get to 0. Huh? It says CO2 you want to get to 0. Right? So CO2 equals P times S times E times C. One of these you want to get to 0.
the number of people, the services each person's using on average, the energy on average for each service, and the CO2 being put out per unit of energy. So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to 0. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to 0. That's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
Hold on, wait a minute. But if we do a really good job with healthcare, vaccines, we could successfully lower the population? Come on now. Come on now. Now, if it don't get more obvious than this, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Stuff like this is coming out of the camel's mouth itself. These people do not have no goodwill or intentions towards you. Matter of fact, while my Octavia is on mute, let me go back to Zach. Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 2. It says, "For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the house rifled, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. These people don't have no good intentions towards you. And I'm also know that. But my question is, from going back and tracking history, looking at the track record of this New Age Babylon, seeing the type of dirty-handed tactics that they are willing to do to themselves, in quotes, or to their citizens, even seeing how it was built on massacre, destruction, and deception. I think the title of this video works perfectly. Why do you trust your government? Like he said, this is one of the largest founders of the 2020 illness situation. I'm going to say that. The 2020 illness situation. All it takes is a solution that they produced in the lab nearly immediately after it came out. And then all of a sudden, you're seeing all of these different effects. Strokes, heart attacks, blood clots, all of the above. This dude just said if we do well enough on healthcare and vaccinations, I don't even know if I can say that word safely, healthcare and medicines, matter of fact, then we can decrease the population successfully. And I don't know if y'all knew this, but have y'all ever, I want y'all to do some, let me make sure I'm right when I say this. Now, there's a specific medical symbol that most people already know of. It's a staff with wings on the side. It's got a globe on the top of it, and it's got serpents spiraling up to the top at the globe. And there is one individual in specific that's usually always holding this staff. And his name is Hermes. He's a false god. That symbol is usually to represent the medicines, pharmaceutical area of life. So this individual is a representation of Satan himself. A false god, one that opposes the true Most High, dealing with all of these pharmaceutical, aka witchcraft, potions that will so-called heal you but do more damage to you than heal you. And this is what you trusting in. Because he said it himself, if we do well on Medicare or healthcare.
Let's show the people what you're talking about, Hebrew. There's Hermes right here. And I don't want to do all that. There's Hermes right here. Right.
Let's see what he is, in quotes. God.
Yes, sir.
So it's got a long list. Let's go ahead and focus on one of the major ones because it's under the word thieves. All right. It says Hermes was a patron god known as a trickster. Merchants was a patron god of merchants and commerce. Was one of the biggest facilities in the United States. Pharmaceutical.
Yep.
That's my spiel because this is ridiculous. They show it to you right in your face. This is what,
yes, sir.
if we do well enough on healthcare and and jabs, then we could successfully decrease the population
by 10 to 15%. That's what he say. And then shortly after that, he started buying up all farmland, all the farmland. It's war. It's war. We at war, and we don't even know it. We are at war. These people are trying to unalive the mass majority of the population. Let me show y'all something that I just this little pyramid that I just looked up, right? This is what's really going on. This pyramid right here. They love the pyramid. This is on the back of their dollar, the incomplete pyramid, right? And it will be complete for them once their Messiah reveals himself. Right? Once their new world order is fully implemented, their pyramid will be complete.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So not even in the pyramid, at the bottom of the totem pole, guess what you have? The people, the planet, and all living things. Right? And then you had the government. At the bottom of the pyramid, you had a government. Right? And then you have what it says corporatocracy. All the corporate companies, you see these right here. This gives you an idea of the corporate companies that's being talked about in corporatocracy. And then you got the big banks. You got the big banks, Citibank, Chase Bank, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, HSBC. Right? Remember we said whoever controls the money, control the world. Next, what you got? You got the natural central banks. Shh. You got the natural central banks, right? And then you have the international central banks. You got the IMF, right? The I forgot what the IMF stands for. It was like some monetary fund, right? I think it's International Monetary Fund.
You had it right.
Yeah. And then you have the World Bank. The World Bank. And then what you got here? You got the Bank for International Settlements. The Central Bank of Central Banks. This bank right here, the Central Bank of Central Banks, this is the bank that is owned by the Rothschild family. Believe it or not. Believe it or not.
All that control.
All that power. That's power. Right? That's power.
Hey, he brutally like that and gained the whole world.
Yeah.
You know the rest.
Yeah. Y'all look up, I'm not gonna get further into it. Y'all look up benign weather modification, right? Y'all look up benign weather modification. Let me yeah. Hold up. Let me get that link. I just closed the. It's a PDF. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me.
Department of Defense?
Nah. Hold on. Let me. Here it is, right here. Hold on. What you say again? You said what about Department of Defense?
That I saw pop up that had a PDF. It was from U.S. Department of Defense.
Yeah, you probably on the right track, but that ain't the exact PDF.
I got
It's a PDF. That's why chickens stopped laying eggs a while ago because they weren't eating the feed that was like cornmeal that the government wanted. That's why the egg price went up. They wouldn't lay eggs for a minute. The government allowed the farmers to allow the chickens to feed naturally, and the chickens start laying eggs again. Yeah, that was some people they'll starve the chickens so the chickens will eat mice and everything. They'll eat other chickens because they starving them out. What's the problem?
That's the thing with social media. This a little bit off topic, but because that was a huge clip that was going on social media for a good minute in the Hebrew community, where they showed that clip of the chicken eating rats, chicken, and egg. And one specific YouTuber, I'm not gonna name the name of, but he was a big one, you know. No, I ain't gonna do it. That individual, that was his main thesis on why he called chicken and turkey an unclean food. Man, this is a rough world we live in, boy. Everything is out of context and in control for a specific plan or pattern to cause people to go into some type of fear, distress, frustration, and nearly the sense of desire to go ahead and just give up. Especially if you ain't got the Most High with you. Because think of you getting attacked on all sides. You can't even trust the rain that's going. I was looking this up earlier when he said that when we looked at one of the weather modifications being cloud seeding. There you go.
Yeah, cloud seeding.
They said they use dry ice to manipulate and create more clouds. I looked up what happens because I don't know if I'm sure most people know this. Dry ice is mostly made with carbon dioxide.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked up what effects can carbon dioxide have in abundance on the human skin. So it said numbness, prickling, itching, burning sensation, skin discoloration, and blistering in severe cases. If in abundance on your skin. And this is what we pump in the clouds with. They say that they put water in the clouds, but if water in the clouds, what's stopping them from putting toxins in the clouds?
Come on, man. Why are they putting anything in the cloud?
That's the best question, Hebrew. That's the best question.
You know what I'm saying? Like, leave that stuff alone. Leave it alone. I can't click on that link, Hebrew.
It ain't going through.
Nah, that link, Cortez, Shalom Hebrew, that link Cortez just put in the chat. I can't click on it. Can't copy it either. But yeah, this is what we dealing with, family. And it's all by way of the government. Let's change gears real quick, right? We understand and we know about the weather population, right? Let me show something real quick. We were speaking on cloud machines that make rain. Yeah. We were speaking on this earlier, right? Trump inauguration, all these tech billionaires. Nah, that's enough of that. Yeah, the music is getting me. Right? So you see all these tech billionaires at his inauguration. For what? What's the point? Right? Let's look into Project 2025. Project 2025. What is Project 2025? Something that Trump said he has no dealings with. Right? But even 2 days after he was inaugurated, he was sworn into office. He was signing things into action that had nothing other to do with than Project 2025. Right? So Project 2025 is a political initiative to reshape the federal government of the United States and remove checks on executive power in favor of right-wing policies. What are the right-wing policies? Go look it up. The plan was published in April 2023 by American conservative think tank, the Heritage Foundation, in anticipation of Trump winning the 2024 presidential election. In anticipation. In anticipation, not in speculation. They already knew. They anticipated. They was just okay. Yeah, we're gonna put this in place. When he win, this is what's gonna happen.
They were excited to do it.
Y'all go and look up this book. It's this book called The Baron Trump, Baron Trump. Right? In this book, right, this man time travels to the future or whatever, and sees Trump as the last president. And what did Trump say? This will be the last time we have to vote for a president. Said that. All right. So Project 2025, it says, is the 9th iteration of the Heritage Foundation's Mandate for Leadership series. Project 2025 asserts a controversial interpretation of the unitary executive theory, according to which the entire executive branch is under the complete control of the president, right? Giving all the power to one man. To achieve its goals, the project calls for merit-based federal service workers to be replaced with people loyal to the president, to take partisan control of key government agencies like the Department of Justice, the Department of Commerce, Federal Trade Commission. Other agencies like the Department of Homeland Security will be dismantled and the Department of Education abolished. This stuff is way deeper than what people seeing on the surface level. Right? It's way deeper. Shit on is way deeper. And we thinking, well, most of our people, oh well, yeah, we'll vote for Trump. We gonna vote the black woman in the office. Well, you would have had the same thing going on. Same thing. This is why the Most High told us, look, we should not be appointing someone that is not of our people ruler over us.
Not just nationality.
Come on now. He said he gonna set up the king and turn him down. Right? It says once these measures are in place, the president will be free to implement the agenda, including reducing taxes on corporations and capital gains. So if he's reducing taxes on corporations and capital gains, guess who's he's increasing taxes on? The people. Instituting a flat income tax on individuals, cutting Medicare and Medicaid, so no more free medical insurance for those who can't afford actual insurance. Huh? In Arkansas, the brother showed the other day, in Arkansas, they have it where if you want Medicare or Medicaid, which is a free thing given by the government, if you want Medicare and Medicaid, you got to go to work. If you're able to go to work and you want free Medicaid or Medicare, you got to go to work. You got to work a job. I don't know how that makes. Why are you working for something that's free?
It ain't free no more.
It's not free. No. Right, it says in reversing Biden's policies, right? Other goals of the project include infusing government and society with conservative Christian values and rejecting abortion as healthcare, right? Some of these things, it'll make you be like, yeah, right? It says it calls for making National Institutes of Health less independent, stopping it from funding stem cell research, and reducing environmental regulations to favor fossil fuels. It proposes eliminating coverage of emergency contraception and prosecuting people who sent Joseph.
I'll be right back.
And prosecuting people who send and receive contraceptives and abortion pills. It proposes criminalizing pornography, removing legal protections against discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity, and terminating diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, while having the DOJ, the Department of Justice, prosecute anti-white racism instead. Huh? Don't get prosecuted if you're a racist. Kanye West bound to get prosecuted for his being a Nazi. But guess who ain't gonna get prosecuted for doing Nazi things? Elon Musk. Huh? Let's keep it moving. Right? Yeah, who all knew about what they call Stargate? Let's see what's in Stargate. This is the website scientificamerican.com, right? This is a $500 billion Trump-endorsed plan to power United States artificial intelligence, right? And you seen that video, all these tech giants were at the inauguration of Trump. Guess what? Tech agents are backing a massive effort announced by President Trump and dubbed the Stargate Project to add data centers across the United States. Y'all know what data centers are?
Hold on, what I just missed in those short few minutes?
Yeah, tech giants are backing a massive effort announced by President Trump and dubbed the Stargate Project to add data centers across the United States. Now, I don't know. I might give away my age on this. I don't know how many people on here have seen the movie that came out in the 90s called Stargate. And what they were doing in Stargate in the movie, their whole mission was to open portals and tap in to another dimension. Now, with this, all this art, with all this artificial intelligence and CERN and about to be 6G Wi-Fi, they bound to open this portal that they trying to open. They bound to have received the key to the bottomless pit. Now, all these data centers, right? All these data centers are going to collect what? Data. Who are they collecting data on? Who are they collecting data on? Those that are opposed to their agenda. This is how they will know, outside of those people who don't willingly accept the mark of the beast. This is how they're going to know who is for the New World Order and who is against the New World Order. It was said that, in that time when they truly enforced the New World Order, that there's going to be red, yellow, and green, either stickers or like ribbons or whatever placed on every mailbox to let the officers or the soldiers who are patrolling and coming and taking these people who are opposed to their agenda out of their homes and putting them in concentration camps. It'll be red if you're against it, yellow if you're on the fence, and green if you're for it. Y'all think what's going on with these illegal migrants or these migrants? They ain't even saying illegal migrants. They saying migrants. They're not saying they're over here illegally. They're saying they're over here and they're not from here, period. They're taking them and putting them in the concentration camps. He's sending some of them to Guantanamo Bay. And we can't think, yes, all individuals' information. They already got all our information. But these data centers will give them way much more access than they already have. And they don't need our consent with these data centers.
And see,
they're not gonna ask for it either.
And see, this go right back to Satan's plan that was described in Luke chapter 11. I think it was that scripture. I could be wrong. But it's talking about where Satan's goal is to be like the Most High. to have a throne in the heavens. What's one attribute of the Most High? He's all knowing. He sees everything at once. It said in Sirach. The people that try to do things in the dark don't realize that his eyes are 1,000 times brighter than the 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
That's right.
So guess what Satan trying to do? He trying to have eyes everywhere too. Why do you think there's an eye in the top of the pyramid? It's
and what they call it? What they call it, Hebrew?
The all-seeing eye.
Come on, he's trying to be omnipresent.
Artificially omnipresent. Ain't that something?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Just like the scriptures say, man, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. We can't be ignorant of his devices. Right? Now let's get into this. Right? It says right here, I ain't gonna read this. Right? It says the Stargate project is a new company with SoftBank, OpenAI, Oracle, and MGX as lead investors. Microsoft and NVIDIA are partnering in the project, and construction at one site has started at a site in Texas, according to an OpenAI press release. Approximately $100 billion is expected to be spent on Stargate immediately, the company said. At the White House, Trump said he would help with Stargate's developments a lot through emergency declarations. We have to get this stuff built. They have to produce a lot of electricity, and we'll make it possible for them to get that production done very easily, Trump said. He pulling out all the stops. He said, by any means necessary, this got to get done. We have to get this stuff built. Let me show y'all something. Hold on. Where you at? Hold on. Where's that video, man? He was talking about this. God doggone it. Where is it at? Tracking system. Here it is right here.
You found it?
Along the southern border. We will build a great wall along the southern border.
In 2016.
And Mexico will pay for the wall. On day one, we will begin working on an impenetrable, physical, tall, powerful, beautiful southern border wall.
This is all protecting the border and all of this. What he talking about, the border this, the border that. This is in Project 2025. It's in Project 2025, but this is in 20. He's speaking right now. What he's speaking right now, this time, this is 2016.
We are going to end catch and release. We catch them, oh, go ahead. We catch them, go ahead. Under my administration, anyone who illegally crosses the border will be detained until they are removed out of our country and back to the country from which they came. Number three, this is the one I think it's so great. It's hard to believe people don't even talk about it. Zero tolerance for criminal aliens. Zero. Moving forward, we will issue detainers for illegal immigrants who are arrested
for any crime whatsoever, and they will be placed into immediate removal proceedings if we even have to do that. Number 4, block funding for sanctuary cities. We blocked the funding. No more funding. We will end the sanctuary cities that have resulted in so many needless deaths. Cities that refuse to cooperate with federal authorities will not receive taxpayer dollars, and we will work with Congress to pass legislation to protect those jurisdictions that do assist federal authorities. Number 5, cancel unconstitutional executive orders and enforce all immigration laws. We will immediately terminate President Obama's 2 illegal executive amnesties in which he defied federal law and the Constitution to give amnesty to approximately 5 million illegal immigrants. Number 6, we are going to suspend the issuance of visas to any place where adequate screening cannot occur. Another reform involves new screening tests for all applicants that include, and this is so important, especially if you get the right people, and we will get the right people, an ideological certification to make sure that those we are admitting to our country share our values and love our people.
Now, pay attention to what he about to say. This is what they need these data centers for. Pay attention.
That other countries take their people back when we order them deported. There are at least 23 countries.
He said other countries. What other countries is he talking about? If only Mexico has illegal immigrants over here. Okay.
To take their people back after they've been ordered to leave the United States. Number 8, we will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. Number 9, we will turn off the jobs and benefits magnet. We will ensure that E-Verify is used to the fullest extent possible under existing law, and we will work with Congress to strengthen and expand its use across the country. Number 10, we will reform legal.
That ain't it. I wanted to show how I wanted to get him talking about this biometric tracking system. Hold on, because he said where it's gonna be. All right. Let me just get to YouTube. YouTube. Yeah.
Number 8, we will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. For years, Congress has required biometric entry-exit visa tracking systems, but it has never been completed. The politicians are all talk, no action, never happens. Hillary Clinton, all talk. Unfortunately, when there is action, it's always the wrong decision. Do you ever notice? In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system. Number 9.
That's what they need these data centers for. What he say, it will be on land, it will be on sea, and it will be in air. We will have a good, or whatever he said, tracking system. Who he trying to track? You ain't trying to track no illegal aliens. Because guess what? If you had all this technology, why we can't get no clear picture of a UFO? Why y'all don't know what these drones are?
And how in the world are they just entering and cruising casually? And y'all just looking with y'all hands up. But y'all finna implement this hard over illegal immigrants to where the moment a notice of one of these biometric, what's it called? Biometric tracking systems catch them, they get the moment they step a pinky toe into the US.
Come on, man. Smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. The hidden hand.
It's the same concept as I'm gonna go a little bit off topic, but I'm gonna have to bring it there. It's the same concept as this going to the moon theory. Well, in 1 year they could go to the moon and hey, take pictures, make videos, put the flag on it, then all of a sudden, oh yeah, we just can't. We don't got the technology to go back there, even though everything is advancing on the year basis and everything's much better than what it was in the past. For some reason, we just can't replicate the technology to go back on the moon.
Yeah.
Stuff don't make sense. Stuff don't make sense whatsoever. You building a wall and you putting up a biometric tracking system in all terrains. It sounds like you're not trying to have people come in or go out. And then to combine that with the weather manipulation, to combine that with the biological warfare, what is called? I keep butchering.
Biometric tracking system.
No. The warfare utilizing
biological warfare.
Biological warfare. This sounds like a huge boiling pot for testing grounds on the U.S. citizens to delete human population.
That's right. That's their whole plan. Depopulate the earth. That's their whole plan. And I know y'all remember me asking y'all about the 4B, if y'all knew what the 4Bs were, right? Switch gears again. This is the last part. We're gonna get into this and I'm gonna play a video and we're gonna close out.
All right.
It says the 4Bs, right? The 4B movement or 4 No's is a radical feminist movement that originated in South Korea. The name refers to its defining 4 tenets, which all start with the Korean language term B, roughly meaning no. So it's basically the 4 No's, like I said, right? Its proponents do not date men, marry men, have sex with men, or have children with men. So if you're not reproducing, guess what you're doing? You're only dying. That's a depopulation tactic. You think this just came, or some woman just came up with this? Yeah, we're going to be radical. We're not doing this with men. We're not doing that with men. And we're not doing that. And we're not doing that anymore. Why do you, what does the government need think tanks for? What do you think? Where do you think these people come up with this stuff? The 4 No's. Right? Let's play this video. This video literally came out today. I'll pray going up to the Most High. Put that back in there. Put it back. Play this video. Right? Y'all pay close attention. Close attention. Y'all see this. This is on the Truth Rider YouTube page. And the name of this video is called The Rise of Lilith with the Super Bowl halftime ritual Trump the game. Right? And there's a reason why they got Trump capitalized.
wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words.
Because I have called, and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded.
A friend of mine was telling me pop culture was social engineering.
Yeah, he said something about MK Ultra mind control in the media.
Don't you know what's going on?
You see this?
You gotta see this.
Check your phone.
Don't you know?
Crazy.
Wow. This is crazy.
You haven't heard?
Bro.
Is this true?
No cap.
You gotta see this.
I don't know what to believe.
Girl, don't you know?
Don't you know what's going on? You haven't heard?
Wake up.
You gotta see this. You haven't heard? Man, did y'all see the new Economist cover?
No.
Check it out. The way it's looking, 2025 is going to be like riding the world's most dangerous roller coaster after the maintenance crew been on strike for years. I'm saying, y'all better buckle up.
Guess who else is supposed to be walking off the job and going on strike?
Who?
You.
What?
Women. You heard of the 4B movement?
No.
What is the 4B movement? It originated in the country of South Korea, where the women there said, we are not going to take this misogyny anymore. They're not going to marry men. They are not going to have children. They are not going to have sex or date men. And they're going to break all ties with the patriarchal system. It has been so aggressive in the United States of America that we've even taken it to another level. Women say, I'm going to divorce my husband if he does not share my same political values.
Coloring my hair, having my hair be long and luxurious, all that, being skinny, being hot, and all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be, because clearly they don't give a shit about us. And I'm talking to you too, those of you ladies who have the internalized misogyny required to do what you did.
And you know why this all came about? You see, it started in South Korea. Why this all came about in North America is because all these women voted for Kamala Harris to be the first female president of in world history, right? And she lost. And now they're mad, they're scorned, and they're like, to hell with men. We don't want anything to do with men. You hear what the woman said? They don't care about us. Kamala don't care about you either. Idiot.
And the most frustrating part about this, the major thing that you can think of when they say, oh, if Kamala Harris would have been in office, we would have had this, is abortion rights. I swear, it's... Play. I'm gonna shut up. Nah, just, you can play it. Golly, Hebrew. This is sad.
Yeah, that's their main thing. Abortion, abortion, abortion. They took away my rights. They took away my body, my choice.
They go and do the same thing that would have stopped abortion in the first place, and they stop having. Come on, bro. Instead,
come on.
Decided to make it extreme instead of doing what they should have did in the first place and sat they at home and closed their legs up if it's not in wedlock.
Come on now. Come on now, Hebrew. Now you speaking.
But instead, now, the abortion clinic closed. Okay, now I'm going to just close my legs permanently. No marriage, no function, no none of that. Matter of fact, I'm going to be a strong, independent white woman, European woman, Italian woman.
You ain't never heard of such. Yeah, ain't no such in existence. They ain't never been strong. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic.
Every day I'm losing hope. Every day we stray further and further away from the light, the truth, and the love of the gods and the goddesses. I understand that everybody is grieving, okay? We're still in mourning. We're still in shock. We're still, we're still angry and upset at Kamala Harris not winning the presidency, the election in 2024.
I am going to be doing a video about Black women and how Black women are actually coping with Kamala Harris's loss.
The 4B movement. I'm a radical feminist, female separatist, and I do outreach for the 4B movement. Today, I want to get into the expansion of the 4B movement into the 5B movement, the 6B movement, the Chinese iteration of the 6B, 4T, or 10BT movement, the 7B movement, the 8B movement, and the 8B, 4T movement.
I am now actively announcing it out loud. I am a part of the 4B movement, okay, until the foreseeable future.
Liberation language. While we're taking all that back, can we also be menaces? I think it's time for us to be menaces. We've been so kind and patient with everybody. We have been so giving and nurturing to everybody. I think it's time to be menaces. We have epigenetic resistance encoded in our DNA. Let's cause some hell.
We have the power to make morons go extinct like dinosaurs. The morons here are just creating mediocrity. They are creating harm to Mother Earth, disrespecting the planets, and they are cancer to the planet. We don't need that, okay? We can live without mediocrity. We can live without the morons, okay? And if you're continuing to procreate with morons, you're just making little morons. We don't need that, Sugarfoot. Y'all acting like pregnancy is not a high risk as a woman, especially a Black woman. And you out here going half on a baby with the moron.
So the man is a moron, but what about the moron choosing to lay with the moron and have the baby by the moron? She just sounded all types of stupid. I don't
She don't, bro. She don't. I guarantee you, she don't. This movement is probably one of the dumbest and most frustrating movements I've ever seen thus far, except for the Satanist movement, because this is one step up on feminism that I honestly haven't seen coming. I knew that there was some extremely radical feminism movements,
right?
But 4B, removing any interaction with a man unless they fit your ideologies or mindset, etc., or from the sounds of it, it's just in general sense. They said bump it. It don't matter if you align with our thoughts or not. We just done with it. Marriage is getting split because of mindset differences in this regard.
Now just imagine if men, took this stance and said, well, if you're not going to be submissive, if you're not going to do the things that you're supposed to do, if you're not going to do this, that, and the third, and you know what I'm saying? We ain't going to do this, and we're not going to pay your bills. We're not going to fund your vanity and getting your hair done and your nails, and yeah, you can cook, but you're going to have to buy your own food too. And you're going to have to do this, and you're going to have to go out there and cut your own grass and change your own oil and change your tires and rotate your own tires. And
yeah, if we want to turn this to a gender war, y'all will be in trouble. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. That's scripture. It literally called women a weaker vessel.
Yeah.
Respectfully, that just means y'all are less capable in some of the avenues that men are capable in. Even our frames say that.
Yeah.
Men are built to compact muscle. Y'all are built to compact and conceive. Truth be told.
Truth be told.
Y'all bodies are literally built for it perfectly. That's why y'all hold more fat, to make sure that y'all bodies are able to keep in that heat for both you and the baby during them times. That's why your legs are bigger, to make sure that you can support the weight of that baby and you when that baby gets to sprouting up in your stomach. That's why you nourish the baby when you.
Come on, men's bodies are not made to expand the way women's bodies are. It's just not. It's just totally different.
It's that simple.
I mean, I don't know no other way to put it.
It's
the brother broke it down beautifully. Like two totally different creatures, but both have the same purpose. One has ruling authority, one doesn't. But both serve the same purpose.
Exactly.
To obey the Most High and replenish the earth.
Hebrew, when the kingdom comes, what it say? There will be no Jew nor Greek. There will be no man nor woman. There will be no marriage and giving into marriage.
There'll be no free or bond.
The mindset is all that matters at the end of the day.
Come on.
But while we here, clearly the Most High put a design difference between men and women for a reason.
For a reason.
Why are we forsaking the natural use of our bodies? For a dumb mental movement.
Yep. Totally against the word of the Most High. That is exactly why it's being pushed. And it's also just another distraction. It's just another distraction. Take our minds off the prize and off the goal, off the agenda that is set in hand. Like I said, smoke and mirrors, the hidden hand. Right? I'm gonna show you this over here, but I got the true I got the trump card. Peep what I'm saying. I got the trump card in the hand behind my back.
Yeah, man.
Right? I'm gonna keep you busy. I'm gonna keep you buried under Satan's yoke while I'm doing all of this right in your face, even though you're not gonna see it. It's a whole lot going on. It's a whole lot going on. Nobody can get around prophecy, Hebrew. Nobody. They not gonna get around that.
He said not a single word shall fall to the ground.
Not a nail. God said, my word shall go forth and accomplish that I have set forth for it to do.
Hey, Hebrew, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
The prophecy. 10 shall cleave on to one. You think this got something to do with it?
7 shall cleave to one. I don't, but I know a lot of women, even in the Hebrew Israelite community, don't agree with that scripture. Yeah, but it is what it is, and are we gonna fight against the Most High, or are we gonna obey? We have to understand what this scripture is saying, and we have to. It is what it is. The will of the Most High is the will of the Most High.
No matter how you spin it, twist it, however you want to play it, it's His will. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Whether it happen to every man or whether it happen to the men that the Most High choose, it's gonna happen. But I can tell you this: it ain't gonna happen to a man that's not able to teach his house and lead his house. That's for sure, right? Because look, they want their reproach taken away. They want the reproach of them being a wicked woman taken away. They want the reproach of not producing righteous children away. They don't care. They said they will cook their own bread and buy their own clothes. They just want to be called by your name. They want to be called by your name. You ain't even got to lay with them. Just call. They just want your name. Why could these women know? Just like Noah, he saved his own house. He saved his whole house. We as men, through our obedience and righteousness toward the Most High, we can save our whole house. We can cover our whole house.
Yes, sir. And that's to show you, even in a relationship. What did Mashiach say? He said, husbands, love your wives as Mashiach loved the church.
That's right.
He came down and became a sacrifice, a covering to cleanse his wife of her transgressions. And he told us to love our wives in the same way. Can we not correlate? We have the ability to destroy our households or build up our households. We saw that in the OT. The one man, I don't know what scripture or verse, I don't even know the name of the individual, but the one man that got his whole family burnt up because he decided to take idols against the command of the Most High.
That's right.
Whole house, him, his children, everybody burned. You look at examples like Yahushua, he came down, walked with authority, protected his wife, died for his wife, and promised his wife a new life once he comes back. Supplied for her, gave her the house, gave her everything that she needs. He is the example that a man be to these women. And this is why in this moment it made me think of 7 shall cleave to 1, because this is going to be I feel like, I'm gonna specifically say, I feel like, I know I ain't got the gift of prophecy. I never predicted anything and it came to pass. But what this looked like to me, at least, these women are going on this strike, and sooner or later they're going to realize how dumb this strike is. And a lot of men are going to be so fed up because one thing that I noticed is a continuous gender war trend. The women do this and then the men respond like this. The women are moving in the sense of bump men. We're going to deal with ourselves. The men might be the same thing. Like you said, too. Mess around and say, okay, y'all deal with yourselves. Y'all change y'all tires. Y'all repair your own vehicles. Y'all supply for yourselves. Y'all build your own electrical grids. Y'all do everything that we do for you. Because y'all don't want nothing to do with us. And then it's going to come to a desperation period where now men are like, we don't need y'all. We might as well and just leave y'all alone. I don't even want children by you. Then there's going to be this select few that's willing to accept it. They're going to line up right after them. Say, we just want to cover it for you. We already been cooking our own food. We've been forced to. We already been supplying for our own clothes. We've been forced to. We ourselves. We just want your name on us. That's it. We just want help us.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Hebrew. Not only that, our men in the quote unquote black community in America are leading in the alphabet community.
I did not.
Like the majority of the men of this country in the alphabet community are our people. Yeah. Yeah. And not to mention the jail population. Most of them are of the alphabet community or go in there and you know what I'm saying? They either the G or the B. They either flat out gay or bi. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. So with this revolt, some men don't even mind. They're like, I was doing this any golly.
And you'll wonder, you have to ask yourself, these men who we say, man, he must be institutionalized. He don't care about going to jail. You gotta wonder why. He left his girlfriend in there.
Mm. Mm.
Ain't no real man. Man, look, ain't no real man trying to go. Once he get out, a real man, once he get out, he trying to reform his life so he ain't going back.
He trying to stay out.
Come on, man. There ain't no place for no real men. It's a zoo.
Mm.
It's why it's called a cage. You're like an animal in there. There's no place for no real man. There's no place for a human. Right? Let's get back to this video, man. All praise going up to the Most High. Excellent edification. There he go.
All praise the Most High. That was like I said. That's what I think. But
yeah,
let's see what he got to say.
Hallelujah.
Expansion is a principle called no chat bar. No chat bar basically means that we are just not talking to men. And that includes even males who are supportive of the 4B movement or claim to support the 4B movement. Because if they understood the principles, they would shut up and follow our lead.
You see that? Just out of order. Shut up and follow our lead.
Oh my goodness.
She said we're not talking to men at all, even if they support the movement. Huh?
Well, what's that scripture? It said, the women shall lead the men. The
Isaiah 3.
Shall lead.
Isaiah 3.
Because this is not the dynamic that they're trying to make. They're trying to put on the big boy pants. Yeah, boy. I mean, hey, look. Again, I'm no prophet, but if that happens, I wouldn't be shocked. If 7-1 comes from this movement, I wouldn't be shocked. I promise I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah. Yeah, Isaiah 3:12, Hebrew.
All praises. As for my people, children are their oppressors, women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to error and destroy the way of thy path.
Mm.
This script is on topic for this whole video today, actually.
Mm.
This script is on topic of the whole video. Because this is being pushed. This type of stuff don't just pop up and be like, oh, yeah, this naturally. Especially when something as important as the election and the 2025 project is happening right before our eyes in the background.
Come on, man.
This is pushed.
This is just again, they're going against the natural order of the Most High. Right? Let's get this real quick. Let's get this real quick in Romans chapter 1. Romans chapter 1. And I'm gonna pick it up at verse 22.
Let me just sit back and listen.
21. I'm gonna pick it up at 21, right?
Yeah.
Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and to four-footed beasts, and creeping things, not into idolatry, right? Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lusts of their own hearts to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the creator who is blessed forever. Amen.
Oh.
For this cause, God gave them up to vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one towards another, men with men working that which is unseemly and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error, which was meat. This whole thing right here, this 4B movement ain't nothing but an LGBTQ plus whatever, however many alphabets is in there.
Yeah. This is an abomination agenda pusher.
That's it.
And
That's it.
And keep in mind, pay attention to the order. It said first, even the women. Second, and the men.
Come on, man.
Because
come on.
Paying attention to the trends nowadays, the feminist movement, they've been pushing pretty hard on these agendas first. And then men are usually reactive to these pushes. They say, if you're going to push us, we're going to push you. So what do you think is going to happen here? It's a natural cycle. I'm trying to find it in the Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. I think it was Elder Reuben who was given the details about women nature and how women know that they are not strong enough to overcome men through strength or through rulership or leadership. So they do it through deception.
I think that is Reuben. Let me see. Let me see.
Let me try to, because I pulled the pseudos and everything, boy.
I still got at least one pseudepigraphy that's still partially intact.
Yeah,
look. Yeah, this, let me show you real quick. This is the one that I got intact. This is the one that's still, intact. I still, the other one, it's it's two books.
you gotta say that, that's yeah, your baby's got to that one most definitely.
Yeah, it's two books.
Golly, Hebrew.
Yeah, so I'm learning, I'm learning to keep my books locked up in one room away from everybody.
Hebrew, I've been rocking this bag since we came from that. I have not taken I use on a regular basis out this bag until I use them. They stay.
Yeah. I don't even, my bag, my children got to my bag as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I found it.
All the way past the 12 Patriarchs, I'm all the way in the Testament of Solomon. That's at the end of the book. Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
783 Hebrew chapter 4. And, shoot, I mean.
Testament of 12 Patriarchs. Oh, brother.
We do chapter 4 and chapter 5, right?
I'm missing the whole bunch of, no. You said 783?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm man, look. I'm sleeping.
We almost done, Hebrew. I got my second win. You messed up. I ain't had sleep. I got my second win off of this video.
Well,
All right, so this is the testament of Reuben, the firstborn son of Jacob and Leah, chapter 4. It says, "Do not devote your attention to the beauty of women, my children, nor occupy your minds with their activities, but live in integrity of heart, in the fear of Yahweh, and weary yourself in good deeds, in learning, and in tending to your flocks until Yahweh gives you the mate whom he wills, so that you do not suffer as I did." Hold on, wait, no, I don't want to read all that. I didn't know it. Let's start at 5. All right, chapter 5, and it reads, "For women are evil, my children, and by reason of their lacking authority or power over man, they scheme treachery to themselves by means of their looks. And whomever they cannot enchant by their appearance, they conquer by a stratagem."
Yeah, stratagem. Yeah, that's that's basically like, it's like a plot.
Yeah, a strategy.
Uh-huh.
"So indeed, the angel of the Lord told me and instructed me that women are more easily overcome by the spirit of promiscuity than men are. They contrive in their hearts against men."
Hold on, say that again.
"They contrive in their hearts against men."
Even married women are saying they are not going to have sex with their husbands
and are willing to divorce them if they don't follow suit with the mindset.
Come on, man. They contrive in their hearts against men. Go ahead.
"Then by decking themselves out, they led men's minds astray. By a look, they implant their poison. And finally, in the act itself, they take them captive. For a woman is not able to coerce a man overtly. Harlot's manner, she accomplishes her villainy."
This the same way Tamar got Jacob. She put on a harlot's clothes and then played the harlot. Nah, that wasn't Jacob, that was Judah. I'm sorry. That was Judah.
Yeah. Judah and Tamar. The harlot at the doors of the gate. He went back. Who was that harlot that was at the gate? There wasn't no harlot.
Put her to death. Hey, you go and show him his staff and his signet and his rings that he gave me. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm unworthy. I'm such a sinner."
Hold on, Hebrew. I gotta read one more verse at least.
Yeah.
"Accordingly, my children, flee from sexual promiscuity, and order your wives and your daughters not to adorn their heads and their appearances so as to deceive men's sound mind. For every woman who schemes in these ways is destined for eternal punishment." Y'all playing a scary game with this 4B movie.
Yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely, Hebrew. Yes. One thing I don't want to do is like be caught playing with the Most High.
Come on, bro.
I'm so cool.
Come on. Time is too short. I mean, dude, y'all discern the weather all you want to. We discern the times. He is on his way back swift.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Check this out. Back to the video.
In regard
regard to the 4B movement, here's a motion I would like to bring to the people. Okay. When men speak to us, begin to ensnare us in their drama, that is them being a man and wanting something from a woman, can we start screaming? Can we just scream from there and be like, ah? Can we do that? Because I did that recently and it was so great. It was so great.
Let's talk about Donald Trump's victory and how shocked everyone is about it. And to be honest, I did not know who was going to win the election. I tried to pull some tarot cards to see, what.
Huh? Tried to pull some what? Already wrong. Tarot cards, witchcraft, divination.
Hold on, man. See, I'm gonna have to pull the book back out because I did not read that extra part and put back in. Right, same error. I'm not even gonna trouble you to go back and grab the book, Hebrew. I'm gonna just read it out loud because I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't even want to grab the book no more. I'm just mad. I found out how many pages I was actually missing. I'm just angry. I don't even want to. I gotta give me a whole nother set.
I can't blame you, Hebrew. Yeah. You know, hey, at least we know that you use it. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing. A damaged book, good use.
Yeah, I'll praise.
But look, verse 6. It says, "For it was thus that they charmed the watchers who were before the flood, as they continued looking at the women, they were filled with desire for them, and perpetuated the acts in their mind. They were transformed into human males, and while the women were cohabiting with their husbands, they appeared to them, since the woman's minds were filled with lust for these apparitions. They gave birth to giants, for the watchers were disclosed to them as being as high as the heavens." Let me ask you a question, because we already read the book of Enoch. I'm not even going to go into it. What did it say one of the things that the watchers taught the women was?
Divination.
Divination.
Yeah.
Why is this woman that is plotting against men also utilizing divination? The same ones that seduce these women.
It's all witchcraft, Hebrew.
Boy, this is crazy. I'll praise to the Most High for these books and this wisdom, because
she look like she's lonely anyway. But let's move on.
The spirit would let me know, but even
and you gotta. I mean, just think about it. Like, why would you? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, brother. I'm flabbergasted right now. I'm just at a loss for words.
They mind gone.
And she probably wonder why I can't keep no man, because you dealing with all them damn spirits.
All these voices in your head.
You got all these demons. You might be Erica today. Tomorrow you got doggone. You got doggone Respucia, or I just thought of a name. You know what I'm saying? You just dealing with spirits.
Yeah, I say the Sasha Fierce, huh?
Yeah, dealing. Man, look, I was watching the video. His brother and his wife did a series on the music, right? The truth behind music, and they had Nicki Minaj on there talking about how her alter ego is this boy.
Yeah, hey boy, I know exactly. I saw that video too.
I'm like, what? Yeah, he comes out. Hold on, he spirits. A lot of people be schizophrenic and have multiple or split personalities and don't even know it. Just dealing with spirits and don't even know
Yes, sir. My nigga, Premia. From all these soul ties and open portals.
Yep. Yep.
Even I had no idea. I honestly thought that Kamala Harris may win. But, I still have the message that, hey, this is still the time of Lilith. I know a lot of people feel, disempowered or a little like, no hope, going forward. But, everything is still at play, right? You still need to be focusing on raising your vibration and healing the feminine energy within you, right? Making right with that Lilith energy inside you.
Making right with that Lilith energy inside you.
Now, the 8th B expansion is no compromise with men.
As part of the larger cosmic shift, we are definitely witnessing the return of Lilith as well as Medusa's energy. Definitely witnessing the return of Lilith. Definitely witnessing the return of Lilith.
That's it. I get it.
I got a question.
This whole Kamala Harris election loss must have been engineered by some high-level occultists to reenact the ancient mythological story of Lilith. Now it all makes sense. Look, this is a summary of Lilith's lore.
While many are familiar with the story of Adam and Eve, a lesser-known thread in medieval Jewish folklore popularized the idea that Eve was not Adam's first wife, but rather he was initially paired with a demonic figure named Lilith. But who exactly was Lilith? Traces of the character Lilith stretch as far back as 4,000 years ago in ancient Mesopotamian demonology. The name Lilith itself probably derives from the Sumerian word Lil, most often translated as wind or spirit. So how do we go from ancient Mesopotamian demonology to Lilith as we know her today in ancient Jewish mythology? The story of Lilith as Adam's first wife actually has no basis in the Hebrew Bible. The word Lilith does appear in the Hebrew Bible, but only once. A single mention in Isaiah chapter 34. In this chapter, the God of Israel wreaks vengeance on the neighboring kingdom of Edom, turning it into a wasteland. Verse 14 paints a picture of the devastation, a desolate land inhabited only by wild animals and demonic creatures. Wildcats shall meet with hyenas. Goat demons shall call to each other. There also Lilith shall repose and find a place to rest. Some scholars argue that the word Lilith here is not the proper name of a specific demon, but like the Lilitu of ancient Mesopotamia, refers to a type or class of demon, and thus should be translated as the Lilith, lowercase l. The NIV translates the word as night creatures, the ESV nightbird, and the KJV as screech owl. So throughout the Bronze and Iron Ages, we get glimpses of a type of child-killing, anti-fertility, anti-maternal female demon, sometimes conceptualized as a singular entity like Lamashtu. This figure finds its way into the demonology of Second Temple Judaism. For example, Lilith specifically and Liliths generically appear in the Dead Sea Scrolls.
The most popular story of Lilith comes from a medieval rabbinical text called the Alphabet of Ben Sirah. In this story, Lilith is the first wife of Adam, born at the same time and of the same earth. But very quickly, they realize this match is not meant to be. The first thing on Adam's mind is to lay with Lilith, very literally, and he insists that he be the one on top. But Lilith will not have it, and she insists that if they do the deed, she will not lie below because she will not be subordinate to him. She will not be of lesser status.
This myth emerges in the early medieval period.
This is crazy.
First appearing in the Alphabet of Ben Sirah, an anonymous Jewish text dating somewhere between the 8th century up to the year 1000. The text expands on the Garden of Eden story found in Genesis. In the text, God creates Lilith out of the dust of the earth, just like Adam. But she challenges Adam's authority. Specifically, she refuses to be on the bottom during sex. She says because they're both made from the same earth, they are equals. When Adam refuses to let her on top, she pronounces the ineffable 4-letter name of God and flies away to the Red Sea.
And God tells Lilith she has to listen to her husband or else she's going to be exiled from Eden, and that would be pretty miserable. But Lilith doesn't care, and in fact, she flies away screeching the unknowable name of God that somehow she knows. And after a while, it's kind of lonely in Eden, and God tries to get Lilith back, saying that if you don't come back, I'm going to have to curse you to be a demoness who devours your own children for eternity. But Lilith says,
so be it.
Your own children for eternity. But Lilith says, that if you don't come back, I'm going to have to curse you to be a demoness who devours your own children for.
We need to tap into that Lilith energy that is deep inside us, that feminine Lilith energy. This is demonic possession. The whole movement. The whole movement is embraced by a spirit, a screeching, foul bird spirit.
What is one of the four no's that women said they won't have with men?
No children.
What is that called? Planned Parenthood. Hey, pay attention, man. Pay attention. This ain't nothing. Look, they said, oh, well, you want to take away me going to the doctor and getting an abortion? Guess what? I'm still going to participate in Planned Parenthood. Well, you wouldn't need Planned Parenthood if you plan to be a parent.
Sometimes people make life a whole lot more complicated than it has to be.
It's very simple. It's very simple. He said it, look, hey, enjoy the simplicity which is in Hamashiach. Simple. Kiss it. Keep it simple, stupid.
Well, that's a heck of a quote from you, Hebrew. Yeah. Ironic title at that. Planned Parenthood when you had no intentions to be a parent in the first place.
Come on, man. Demons and voices baby dealing with and think they came in the ancestors. I'm talking to my ancestors. That's what they say. Yeah. All right, yeah, you talk to your ancestors. All right, familiar spirits is what the Bible calls it.
Yes, sir.
Eternity. But Lilith says,
so be it.
Because to her, that fate is better than one of eternal subordination. Now, to the modern mind, this is pretty freaking feministy.
Some of the very qualities that defined her as wicked in the alphabet of Ben Sirah, her independence and refusal to submit, were reclaimed as positive traits. By the end of the 20th century, this feminist rebrand of Lilith made its way outside of Jewish communities and found a new home, especially in contemporary pagan circles. Do a quick YouTube search and you'll find contemporary witches publishing how-to guides on how to work with Lilith in one's daily ritual practice. And this positive reinterpretation might be reflected in broader American society as well, because the name Lilith has skyrocketed in popularity since the early 2010s. According to the biggest baby name websites, Lilith was around the 900th most popular name for girls in 2010 and jumped to the 270th most popular name by 2022. So for most of her 4,000 years of history, Lilith was an unambiguously malevolent figure, dangerous specifically to women. But here in the 21st century, we're witnessing an ironic twist in her narrative.
Lilith has taken on a new role. She's become the dark feminist, the embodied, powerful, liberated, unapologetic woman that we have come to revere.
I am a part of the 4B movement.
Yeah,
4B movement. The 4B movement.
The 4B movement into the 5B.
That woman that was just speaking, that white heathen woman, she a damn witch. She a witch. I have no doubt in my mind. She's a witch. Moving along.
movement, the 6B movement, the Chinese iteration of the 6B4T or 10BT movement, the 7B movement, the 8.
So currently you're seeing the results of a heavy amount of Lilith energy right now.
She got a shrine behind her. She got candles right there. She got a picture right there. I don't know what the heck that is, but she got a shrine right there. That's her altar right there behind her.
Not only did I agree with you on the point of the white woman, but I didn't even see what was in the background before I looked at her and immediately thought the same thing. And not until you pointed out her idol worship in the background.
She got a whole shrine, flowers right there that she gonna present to her God. That's why we gotta check anybody. Look, peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses. Nah, brother. Nah. What are you talking about? Word. I've never seen goddess. First of all, I've never seen goddess in the Bible. Where are you getting it from?
Hey, that's a fact. I have never seen that before.
Making up their own religion.
The amount of young ladies who are on a vengeful path is very evident, especially after the wake of the election results.
Told you, that's what it's about. They mad they lady didn't get in. Because now it's illegal for them to abort their baby. It's illegal for them to be whores.
See, and they weren't able to overcome the strength of the power or the influence of the man by the traditional men, or in this means by getting in power and presidential standards. So now they devised a cunning plan or a strategy to cause uproar in the dynamic between a man and a woman. If they can't have the ability to slay their babies, then they won't even give you the opportunity to make their babies.
Right.
It's dumb. It's stupid. You should have started with that.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Should have just kept dying legs closed.
What? You would have been so frustrated with all these men because you would have never slept with them in the first place.
In the first place. Easy.
It's crazy, bro.
Yep. Let's move along.
I see why they taught us about Eve and not Lilith. They don't want us channeling that energy. I think it's time we do.
Lilith being kind of the energy behind feminism. Also, if you study her, you will find out that she was labeled as a demon who used to unalive children. So that further connects it to the feminist women's rights movement. Lilith is a very dark energy. She's a demoness. So she resides in the dark side of the woman. She is meant to enact vengeance on men. It is dire out here. The young ladies are out here angry at men and wanting to take all men out. And I'm here to tell you that Lilith energy is nothing to play with. It will destroy you. It will destroy the man, but it will destroy you too. So please.
Wow, I didn't get the memo. Well, I'm not crazy about Trump either, but I'm not about to shave my head for Kamala. Last time that I checked, she still had a husband and a full head of hair.
Yo, proud of you, Evie. You didn't drink the Kool-Aid. You keep talking like that, I might just take you out the friend zone and give you a shot.
That is very funny. Ha ha ha. If you take off the tinfoil hat and stop scaring my friends with your doomsday conspiracy theories, I might take you out of the friend zone.
Lumber's in denial. But seriously, what you're saying about the Lilith programming might have some validity to it. Remember when they were promoting the video game Diablo 4 and they put up those giant billboards of Lilith around the city, and then the sky turned red and the sun was blotted out?
Blizzard's marketing escapades are in full swing, but this time things may have gone a little too far. That's because they put up massive billboards featuring the demonic Lilith across all of New York. Well, just days later, the sky turned red and the air turned toxic, with the posters ominously reading, "Welcome to Hell, New York."
Yeah, I remember that. They said it was smoke from the wildfires in Canada.
Well, this obviously wasn't Blizzard's doing. In fact, it's all been caused by the wildfires engulfing Canada at the moment.
This is still the time of Lilith.
While in the game, Lilith is only brought to life after this priestly black man is sacrificed.
This is still the time of Lilith.
Don't you know? Don't you? Don't you? Silence of the Lambs. Don't you know? Silence of the Lambs. Don't you?
This is still the time of Lilith.
Hail, daughter of hatred. Creator of sanctuary. Hail. Lilith. Blessed Mother, save us.
Down for a quick second. I'm gonna be quick with that, but hold up. Did you see all the symbols? And that's a video game. I know. Because it was blowing up all over the place a few years ago. You could not see it. But you got this Israelite who's proclaiming to be some type of priest, from what they said in the description beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
He's proclaiming to be some type of priest. And these people that are coming to destroy the Israelite male, who's proclaiming to be some type of priest, and once they destroy him, here comes this highly demonic feminist beast from above him that takes his hand and turns him into a heathen?
Come on.
And then he calls that spirit mother, as if he's no longer a son of the father, if he's this priest.
Mm.
So he committed adultery with the Most High. He abandoned his role, his nation. He has become an outcast, or what the scripture says, you are now outside of the courts. You have become a vagabond.
Mm.
He put down his role and he changed his appearance because he changed his ways, customs, and thinking. He didn't fully convert it to a Gentile.
Sad.
And all of this is in the trailer for this video game.
Mm. Sad. And it's called Diablo. The devil. It's called Diablo. Can't make this stuff up, man.
That's crazy.
And lastly, she's given more power when this priestly black woman is sacrificed.
That's a woman.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
Making right with that Lilith energy inside you.
Definitely witnessing the return of Lilith.
Wasn't a Catholic church in France converted to a Lilith temple for that same game?
Yep.
I visited the Diablo 4 Cathedral in real life. I live in the USA, and this cathedral is in France, in a town called Cambrai, north of Paris. Now, on my way there, Google Maps told me that people typically spend about an hour here, but you only really need 15 minutes to check out the artworks on the ceiling promoting Diablo 4.
Real-life Diablo Cathedral opens its doors in France. Fans of the game can visit the church until June 11th to view life-sized art of the title, which is painted on the ceiling of the 17th century cathedral. The church is a deconsecrated cathedral, allowing it to be used for the promotion of a video game.
Yo, so you mean Lilith is to blame for me not getting that girl's number the other day? I thought when she said 4B, she was talking about her hair texture.
Now, don't try to blame Lilith for your lack of game. Now, Jake, all jokes aside, I'm not going to go as far as to say you're right about there being some kind of shadowy group who believe in eugenics trying to instigate a gender war in the Black community. But what I will say is, yesterday, I was scrolling through what was trending on YouTube, and I clicked on Megan Thee Stallion's new video, and it was more of the same. Megan offing random Black men then they recommended Fabio Foreign's Jason's Plans.
Silence of the Lambs.
And that was the same. Then it automatically went to Doechii, Alligator Bites Never Heal.
Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. And I remembered that video where she was lowering a man's body into an alligator pit. And I gotta admit, I got a real eerie feeling. And I thought about what you've been saying.
That's not even the half of it. That Doechii video, or should I say that Universal Music Group's video, is symbolically referencing gator bait. And specifically the white alligator represents a rare hidden danger. Think about it. What was Kim Kardashian's costume this last Halloween?
Oh, wow. She dressed up as a white alligator.
Just think of all the Black men whose lives have gone downhill after they've been with the Kardashians. Gator bait.
The Kardashian curse.
Silence of the Lambs.
It's crazy because Kendrick Lamar just posted Doechii's album, Alligator Bites Never Heal, saying it's the hardest thing out.
That makes sense. Because they were both signed to TDE under Universal Music Group, which is run by the French company Vivendi, owned by the French conglomerate Bolloré Group. Remember Kanye said they control the banks in Africa.
Silence of the
Don't tell me Kendrick sold his soul to the devil. He has always claimed to be guided by some kind of otherworldly power. He even said he was abducted by aliens.
At 6 years old, Kendrick Lamar said that he encountered aliens. Now, it's not 100% clear what happened in that encounter, but he was talking to Howard Stern, and while they were cracking jokes, he did seem pretty serious about having an alien encounter.
Yeah, since Kendrick got the inside scoop with these extraterrestrials, maybe he'll tell us what's going on with all these UFO sightings.
Like Prince Harry getting a mock tattoo that says, I am. Kendrick's new video starts with the words, I am.
I am.
He's been showing signs of a God complex ever since he wore that crown of thorns at that Paris fashion show.
Yeah, the Paris fashion scene does seem to have a strange effect on a lot of these celebrities. Y'all know I love fashion, but I don't know if I can hang out with some of these French fashion icons like Michelle Lamy. She's giving Draggy to Hell vibes. Creepy.
New Orleans was colonized by the French. And now that Kendrick's headlining the Super Bowl in New Orleans at the Superdome, which is strategically placed in relation to the French Quarter.
Meet me in New Orleans, February 9th. Let's go.
And finally, not the Super Bowl, the Superb Owl.
Superb Owl, 400.
There's a couple things you need to know about that word I just used. Super Bowl. Yeah, that's right. And it's in that spirit that Jerry Carnes is connecting the dots between the big game and a wise old owl.
Superb Owl. Comedian Stephen Colbert reworked the letters in Super Bowl to give his television audience Superb Owl coverage beginning in 2014. During last year's game in Minneapolis, the city's public transit system used the term to promote a charity event. At first, observers thought it was a misspelling. Don't be surprised if a superb owl shows up to guide us toward the game.
The NFL is using voodoo imagery to promote the superb owl ritual.
This is your future. American passion. I see a lot of lights.
Western voodoo comes from Haiti, which was also colonized by the French. I think we're starting to see a pattern.
President Donald Trump will attend the Super Bowl in New Orleans on Sunday, according to the White House. It will be his first trip as president to the game, as the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Philadelphia Eagles.
They've supersized security at this year's Super Bowl. On Bourbon Street, scene of the New Year's Day attack, you couldn't go a few feet without seeing the heavy security presence. From armored vehicles, local cops on horseback, even the National Guard with long guns.
About 100,000 fans will be here celebrating the Super Bowl this weekend, and authorities are taking no chances, especially with President Trump now attending.
You mentioned 2,000, officers will be here. We have 200 state troopers. We've already seen state National Guard in the French Quarter.
It's Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans with halftime show performer Kendrick Lamar. There was controversy as many thought Lil Wayne should have been the choice. But some fans are upset, thinking Lil Wayne, who is from New Orleans, should have been picked to perform instead of the Compton rapper. Now, the New Orleans native is breaking his silence.
Pretty candid about feeling hurt that he was passed over to perform at next year's Super Bowl set in New Orleans in favor of West Coast rapper Kendrick Lamar.
It's crazy because Lil Wayne versus Kendrick Lamar fighting over the superb owl Lilith in the French Quarter was already predicted 3 years ago in Lil Wayne's music video, Mona Lisa. Remember, the video starts in Paris, France, showing the Eiffel Tower. Then eventually they cut to a scene with this horned female demon, which fits all the descriptions of Lilith. After the video cuts back and forth between Lil Wayne rapping in the French Quarter and Kendrick Lamar playing the piano in France, the Lilith demon seduces and sacrifices this man. She then instigates jealousy between Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar, which escalates into a full-blown fight in the middle of a flooded New Orleans street.
Oh, I get it. Katrina.
Mona Lisa, as the chorus sings. These occult record labels always use the same symbols with Kendrick Lamar. He's always standing in water serving a false goddess.
Why is the Fox NFL mascot promoting the Super Bowl from a boat called the Voodoo Queen? Who's the Voodoo Queen?
Well, some might say it's Marie Laveau. Laveau being the French name of the wealthy slave and plantation owner who married her. But I think the Voodoo Queen is really a spirit, a succubus, Banshee or siren, like Kali, Ishtar, or Lilith. Think back, pop culture has been priming black women to associate themselves with this vengeful, half-woman, half-animal spirit in recent years. And a lot of mythology says these kinds of spirits live in the water. That's why they got it on the side of a boat.
So Jake, if you're saying women are being manipulated to personify Lilith and attempt to overthrow the patriarchy, what does any of this have to do with France?
Yeah. You mentioned the Lilith Church in France, Kendrick under UMG, which is owned by the French. The Super Bowl in New Orleans by the French Quarter. Voodoo flourishing in places colonized by the French. So what's the French connection?
I gotta admit, I'm not really sure how all this ties together. It's a lot of coincidences and I don't believe in coincidence, but I do know how we can get some answers. Let's ask Truth Rider.
Hey, and the rabbit hole gets deep. The rabbit hole gets deep, family. Oh, I knew you was like frozen for.
I was watching, but then it just booted me out.
Yeah.
I saw it to the end though.
All praises. Yeah. This all we got for you tonight, family. Most High willing, we come back next week and we have a little more. We're gonna talk about Lupercalia next Friday. Yeah, the Sweethearts Day. You know, the Day of Love. We're gonna talk about the Day of Eros. Right? Most High say the same. I pray y'all was edified. I pray the Most High was glorified. Y'all enjoyed the class. Y'all took in and soaked up the information. I also pray y'all have a blessed rest of y'all Shabbat. Your brother about to get some rest. I'm tired.
Same. Second win gone.
Yes, sir. Most High bless y'all, man. Shalom.
Yes, sir. Shalom.